Good evening and welcome. Welcome to CitizenAY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Good evening to you all. As we currently stand, we're speaking to you live from our studios. We're talking from the studios where we give you the platform where we speak truth to power, CitizenAY, and of course, the home of Oduduwa TV radio. This evening, we're going to have a look at what has been happening, the news, the channels. The channels news, as we all know, is a channel whereby they speak on behalf of the Fulani government. There's no other way to put it. But I want you to please share this broadcast, of course. What I want you to do is share this broadcast. It is of immense importance that you share this broadcast. When you receive it, I would ask you to please share it. It is of the utmost urgency that you share it. Let's have a look at how things are shaping up. Currently, we are blocked on Facebook. So hence, we are trying to do build up and make sure we build up the CitizenAY on YouTube. No longer are we going to allow them to be able to dominate or control what we do on Facebook. So on YouTube, Facebook will not be determining what we do, how we do it, and when we do it. That is our decision, and we will proceed with that without delay. What I want to do tonight is to basically look at the channel's news tonight, the news roundup that happened tonight, and I will go through it section by section. Maybe not all of it, but we will definitely go through it. What you see behind me, it says Yoruba sovereignty now. Ominira ile kaaro ojire. No elections. It says no Nigerian elections in Yoruba territory. That's what you have behind me. I am a proud Yoruba man. Please, as you are getting the broadcast, share it. Share it as you see it. Share it. I am going to do the same myself right now. I'm going to be putting it on various platforms that I know of, and I want people, when you get it, please share. I urge you to please go ahead. So I'm going to just put that in there. Please share. We need to make this thing to go viral. We're trying to make sure that we get our number to be above 1,000. I'll be great if we could do that tonight. It would be really great if you could help and get that done tonight. Because what we want to do now, we're not interested in waiting for anybody to tell us how to do what we want to do, when we want to do it. Because we are speaking truth to power, and nobody would hold us to ransom. You cannot hold truth to ransom. You cannot. Nobody must be allowed to do that. So without much ado, let's crack on a little bit. What I'm going to do tonight, I'm going to try and do something here. I'm going to speak in English because I'm on CitizenAY. We have a sister channel that Oduduwa TV radio. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. Now, let's have a look at what we're trying to do here. I'm just putting this out to as many people as I possibly can, and just want people to join us. Join us on this journey. It is of immense importance. We must make sure that we are not silenced in any way, shape, or form. No way are we going to allow anybody to silence us. We will not accept it. So we might get phone calls now and then later on. I'll see if I can provide that as we speak later on. Let's see how that works. But in the meantime, for the time being, I'm not giving a number just yet. When the time comes, I will put it on the screen, and of course, you will see it. Now let's go into the main business of the day. Now we're gonna play this video, the channel's news, and I want you to see above my to my left as you're looking, which will be to your right, to my right as I'm looking at it, would be to your left, to my right as I'm looking at it. You see that I've got the sign in front of Gov Akeredolu says humbled slave. And there's no other way to do it. Please, if you have not subscribed to us on YouTube, please do so now. Subscribe to CitizenAY right now, and share. Make this go viral. Very, very important. Now, the governor below is a governor I like. However, the problem that I have with Governor Otom is he still has some belief in one Nigeria. Now, listen to what he has to say. I support the fact that he's standing up against the government, but Nigeria is no longer workable, not even for him. Listen to this.
And for that is what I'm fighting. 2023, yes, to a politician is not far, but it's still a long way. If we secure our country and everything is working fine, then we can talk about 2023. But the way things are going, if we don't secure the country, there is no way we can be talking about 2023. That is why I've always dismissed people who come to me to say that you will contest this, you will contest that. For me, I want us as leaders of this country who have taken oath of office, let us abide by those things we have said and work together as a team. Leave politics aside. Leave ethnicity aside. But secure the country, Nigeria. I want to appeal, I want to beg everyone that we should not politicize the issue of attempted assassination on myself.
Right. You see, now, what is said there, I'm going to try, I don't know what's happened there. Let me just try and move that along.
If the governor is attacked, then it is an attack on all. I see as mockery, trying to mock me, but I pray that what happened to me should not happen to any other person.
Right. Okay. So right away.
Name there, Governor Otom. But there are some other stories that we have for you.
So I'm going to just pause that there. So the problem I have with Governor Otom is not, and he's a great governor of Benue State. He survived an assassination attempt. He survived it, and that's and that's to be commended. That is no joke. We should not belittle it in any way, shape, or form. I am just glad that he survived. But the state is still talking about one Nigeria, and for me, he's a middle belt man, and he needs to. Whilst if he's not careful, they will not stop. Those in power, the Fulani will not stop attempting to take his life. Sadly, that is the fact of the matter. They will not stop. They will not stop the attempt to take his life. They will, even in Aladimeji, give me my brother. How are you doing? They will not stop the attempt to take his life. I'm going to add you as a moderator, my brother. I'm adding you as a moderator right now. So you're a moderator. Please just man the works as you're there. Thank you very much, my brother. So no going back. Absolutely. Odu, thank you. Good evening. So please share. As you come in, share. As you all know, I have been blocked on Facebook for the next few days. But you can see the sign behind me. It says Yoruba sovereignty now, and I believe in that. And so should you. Share this broadcast. Let it reach as many people as possible. I'm doing so myself right now. Because now, it is now gone past the point where we are going to allow anyone, to tell us how to vote or who to vote for. That decision is, of course, ours and ours alone. And we're not going to let anybody try and cower us and tell us, like what Ruben Abati. You see, there's a long line of humble slaves. What you see there is in front of Governor Akeredolu, I've put humble slave. He had the temerity to ask some questions, but we will get there at some point. But I want to just show you the scenes as to why we should all know that the contraption called Nigeria is collapsing in on itself. It is collapsing, literally collapsing in on itself. If you have not subscribed to us on YouTube, we urge you to please do so now. I wear this cap with the Yoruba Nation, the flag of Yoruba Nation, proudly. The sign behind me is telling you Yoruba sovereignty now. We believe in that 1000%. And those of you, the fact that you're joining us proves that you believe in that also. So the best thing you can do right now is to share the broadcast. Share with family and friends. Let's have discussions. Let's have talks about what's going on. Because it's past the point where we have to wait for somebody to tell us, oh, okay, maybe we can agree, maybe, oh, no. Now we take the decision ourselves and we take charge of our own future. We must take charge of our own future. Don't leave this in the hand of the dubious politicians. Look at what Akeredolu said this evening. Again, I don't want to get too much into that, but you will see it in the coming when we start dissecting it. So we're gonna move forward. We're gonna proceed. In fact, one more thing I forgot to do. I always do that, but because I am on CitizenAY, well, I'll do it at the end. In fact, I'll do it at the end. But what I want to do is to bring you on board and make sure that everybody is aware of where we are going. It is of immense importance that we are alert. We need to be on guard now, because many people will try different things to make us look disunited, to make and say things. You know, the governors now, it is now evident that many of the southwest governors, they are not with us. They are not with us. They are protecting only what? They are only protecting their own interest. They only want they're only protecting their own interest. So we are waiting for a few things. Now, let's go ahead and watch the next part of this broadcast. So the next part of it, like I said, Governor Otom has spoken well, but we need to ask questions of him yet still. He still believes in one Nigeria. That, of course, is something that we no longer believe in. And it's time we need the people who are closest to Governor Otom to realize that one Nigeria is actually a millstone around his neck. He's got the real life experience of being attacked. He's got the real life experience of people who are coming to him trying to take his life. He's got that experience right there. So we are saying to Governor Otom, please wake up. You need to wake up sharp. Wake up fast. This is not time for you to play around. This is not time for you to sort of say, oh, you know what, I'm coming. Let's see what happens. Oh, maybe this. Oh, no. You haven't got that time. Now let's play the next bit of this broadcast and see what's going on. So now we're following, just keeping an eye and giving you heads up. So we will listen to it. Let's forward it a little bit. So now,
which is signed into law last year, granting financial autonomy to states legislatures.
Let's go and do that now.
The entrance of some houses of assembly.
Hang on, sorry. So these are signs of a failed nation.
Officers of Parliamentary Staff Association of Nigeria have commenced a nationwide indefinite strike. The union barricaded the entrance of some houses of assembly, protesting the non-implementation of President Muhammadu Buhari's Executive Order 10, which he signed into law last year, granting financial autonomy to states' legislature.
Absolutely, Africa first, yes.
The protesters were carrying placards with different
Please share.
Also demanding the total independence for state legislatures in accordance with the provision of the.
Look at that legislator. He's standing there smiling. His people are suffering. And he's standing there like he's a lord, like he's some kind of a god. And the people are telling them they want things to change. Nigeria is finished. These are signs of the deterioration of a nation that has failed. That has failed its people. But let's watch on. And then we can decide we can dissect this a little bit more.
Constitution.
So now let's hear what he's going to say. One second, please.
That it has no rift with the governor. The president of the NBA.
Hang on a minute. So whilst that is coming, we will just get a few minutes to make sure it might come off. If it does, I'll talk about it. It's the fact that the citizens are having to complain and protest, that they're having to complain and protest about what is going on, is proof that nothing is working.
The nationwide indefinite strike.
Nothing
The union barricaded the entrance of some houses of assembly, protesting the non-implementation of President Muhammadu Buhari's Executive Order 10, which he signed into law last year, granting financial autonomy to states' legislature and the judiciary.
Did you hear that? He signed into law state autonomy and laws for local government and all of that has been signed into law. And guess what? They have not acted upon it. They have not acted upon it. And that is another sign that you can see that Nigeria has failed. It has failed utterly. It has failed totally. Please share this broadcast. As ever, like I said, Facebook has blocked us, and we are going to push and make sure that CitizenAY has a stronger presence on YouTube. Right now we have 808 subscribers on YouTube. Would like you to make that number go up significantly. So your help is very much needed in this part of it. Please share, and share. So let's carry on. Like I said, what you're seeing are telltale evidence that Nigeria has failed. That contraption called Nigeria has failed. Let's watch on.
Were carrying placards with different descriptions.
And like I said, look at the whatever they call them, honorables. They're not honorables. They're thieves. They're thieves. They don't care about the plight of their own people. And I mean, they're not leaders. They're puppets. Listen.
Demanding the total independence for state legislatures in accordance with the provision of the Constitution.
Please share. Continue and leave comments. I will read through all of them. Thank you, Emi Oladimeji. You said share. You're welcome on board. Kweto Oduatide. Thank you very much. Akeredolu knows what he's doing. Of course, he knows what he's doing. He's playing the tune that he's been told to play by the Fulanis. Africa First. Facebook can go to hell, my brother. It is their loss. Thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you very much. Subscribe and share. Thank you very much. Thank you, Oladimeji, my brother. I appreciate you. He is also a very, very strong moderator on Oduduwa TV radio. So it's a pleasure to have you on board to look at things behind the scenes. We're doing what we can. Facebook will not stop us. Nobody will stop us. We will not let that. We simply will not let that happen. So please, as you're coming in, share this broadcast. Share it on Twitter. Share it on Facebook. Share it on all platforms that you can think of. Share it on Instagram. Share it all around. It is of immense importance that this information gets out there. It is really important that this information gets out there. We cannot. No longer are we prepared to wait for somebody for this those crooks to continue, to oppress and suppress us in our land. We're going for Oduduwa Yoruba Nation. Yoruba Nation. You can see it. I am naming my colors family on Yoruba Nation. So now let's go back forward now. So here we go. So 1 minute. It will just get there. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. So now let's hear what this one is saying. What's this one saying now? Within this one they talk safe. I don't know. Hang on a minute. Okay. 1 minute. It will come up. It's just messing up. I don't know what it's doing, but I'm just gonna do this and then take it back down. Now let's hear what you have to say. So anyway, I am not so much bothered about this. Where I'm going, just bear with me. We're going to go to where Akeredolu is talking his nonsense. Akeredolu, Governor Akeredolu is a humble slave. And I don't mind saying he's a humble slave. He's saying whatever the Fulani tells him to do is what he will do. And we cannot accept that. We can no longer accept that nonsense. We mustn't. We mustn't accept that nonsense at all. We mustn't accept that nonsense at all. This is injustice that is being heaped upon our people, and we need to speak truth to power. It is time we spoke up. It is time that we spoke up. Beg your pardon. What's going on right now? Somebody's calling me, but I cannot take that call right now. Hang on, let me see. Hello caller, you're live on. Hello caller, you're live on CitizenAY. Good evening. You're live on CitizenAY right now. Hello, evening. Can you hear me? Good evening. Yeah. Ekale. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Right. I will say. Let me get in touch with you. Right. Please, I need to check. That's odd. And please send me the details. I'll check it. I'll check back with you. That should be with you. Let me just make sure. I'll check that and come back to you. I'll call you later on. Okay. No problem. Sure. Thank you. Thank you. So that's one of our t-shirts. We do have t-shirts for sale, and obviously somebody hasn't received theirs, so we will do our utmost to make sure. We do not. One of the things that we don't do is to hold things up for people, because we know that is very important information that people want and need. So I will be looking at that closely and making sure that is addressed at the earliest opportunity. Let me have a look. Okay, so that is done. That is confirmed. I will be looking to that. I don't know what's holding things up in that side, but rest assured, Rest assured, I'm just going to try and move forward. This is something is going on. I don't know why.
Center Sislak is accusing the federal government of lacking transparency in the recovery of stolen assets. According to the organization, 6 years into the current administration, there is nothing to show in fighting against corruption.
Again, yet more evidence. This government is not fighting corruption in any way, shape, or form. They are not fighting corruption in any way, shape, or form. We are exposing all of this. There is so many areas. This governance is failing in any area you care to mention. Let me give you an example of what I mean. So let me just whilst I'm talking to my friend here, I just want to quickly do something. So 1 second, please. I'm going to just get that up so that he can have that access as well. I'd like you all to please, if you haven't shared this broadcast, first thing first, whilst you're talking or whatever it is you're doing, please share that broadcast. Share it to people, share it, just make sure. What we want to do is to make sure that people share, people are aware of what we're saying and it is of immense importance. Let me just give me a minute, please. I'm just trying to make sure I've got everything that should be in place. And I'm trying to make sure that people are aware of the broadcast by CitizenAY. We are not going to wait for anybody. We are not going to wait for let me just put here, please share. We're not going to wait for Facebook and whatever it is they've got. It is obvious that they don't want you to say anything about the failed governance, the Fulani failed governance. They don't want you to do that. And in fact, maybe they are now paid mouthpieces of the Fulani government. We don't know, but we're not going to be cowed by that. We're not going to be cowed. We are only going to continue to speak truth to power. This platform is geared to ensuring that we speak truth to power at all times. So please, we crave your indulgence in this matter. We crave your indulgence. Now let's continue. Let's carry on. Let's play on now.
The group is also asking the National Assembly to enact a legal framework
for
the management of the recovered stolen assets.
Okay, 1 second.
We need information, detailed information on all the recovered assets, locally and domestically.
You see what they're doing? You see the nonsense. We need information. That's your job. The job.
Have commenced a nationwide indefinite
utter nonsense.
Barricaded the entrance of
let me go back to that,
protesting
please.
the non-implementation of President Muhammadu Buhari's Executive Order 10, which he signed into law last year,
please.
granting financial autonomy.
There's a little change in what I'm doing because, of course, there have been issues with the system, but it's okay. That will be rectified soon. One of the monitors has gone down, so we've had to just adjust things. So if you see me having to do things on the fly, it's because the monitor, I'm using only one monitor as we speak right now. One of the monitors has gone down. We're in the process of acquiring the next one to make sure we can be able to monitor and run things properly. So if you do see me having to do a lot of different things in one go, it's because of that sudden change. But please do bear with us. We're doing everything we can to make sure that this information is it flies, to make sure it goes in the right direction. So let's carry on anyway. So now, like I said, the government they've run out of excuses. Like I said, you name anywhere that you care to mention. Name anywhere.
The need for urgent decentralization of powers as a solution to Nigeria's security problem.
You see, now they're talking about decentralization of powers. They've been in government for now coming up to half of this 6 years now. Approximately 6 years, and now they're now talking about decentralization of powers. And who is in power? This is nonsense. This is all to have this kind of discussion. We should not even be engaging. We should not be engaging in discussion with the failed governance. The Fulani want to Fulanize the entire contraption called Nigeria, and it is up to us to stand up against that. So please. As I'm talking to you, good evening, Ibrahim Saeed Kolawole. Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. I appreciate you. As ever, please, when you come in, subscribe, share the broadcast, make sure it reaches as many people as possible. It is of immense importance that we continue with the work. We're not going to be stopped by anybody. Nobody is going to put a stop to Oduduwa Nation. Nobody has the power to tell the collective Yoruba people who have suffered since the day of that contraption called Nigeria, even since long before. From the day that Judge Goldie put the northern and southern protectorate together and forced it to what is now called Nigeria. And many people keep saying that it's Lord Lugard and whatever her name is, I don't even know. I don't care what her name is, But the fact of the matter is, Lord Lugard and Lady whatever her name is, they are only administrators. The person that did the deed the most was Judge Goldie, because he was paid £865,000. Many people are not aware of this fact. So we are trying to make sure that people understand that since that day, all our kings have been slave kings. All our leaders continue to remain slave leaders. They have no say, they have no power, they have nothing to say. 1 second, please. Give me a second. Okay, and we're back. So now they have no say. They have all our leaders, our kings. It's important to understand that our kings, they've been stripped of their powers, and it is of critical importance that we recognize that our kings have been stripped of their powers. So as I'm talking to you now, please, I want you to know that Nigeria has never benefited. If you are a Middle Beltan, if you are a Igbo man, if you are a Yoruba man, you have been a slave in your land. And if you are a Hausa man, you have even been more of a slave, because not only did the Fulanis come and take the land, when the British also killed a lot of people, and they gave power to the people who oppressed the Hausas in their land. Listen carefully now. Listen and hear what I'm saying. The British, instead of handing over power of the north to the Hausas, to whom the land belongs, they gave it to the Fulanis. And that is what we are facing today. And so it made the Hausas slaves in their own land. Are you following what I'm saying? I hope you are following. It made the Hausas slaves in their own land. Now, they now become slaves under the Fulanis in their own land. And we have been oppressed ever since collectively. The territory now, they are trying to come for the territory. They are trying to make a Nigeria, a Fulani sultanate. I've told everybody, one of the things that we must do is to get rid of the name Amadu Bello Way from Yoruba land. We need to get rid of that name, Flora Shaw. Thank you very much, Africa for. Thank you. Her name is Flora Shaw. Yeah, there's no lady or Lord Lugard. They're not. To me, they're not. Because when two people who have been chosen, handpicked by the colonial government to come and administer something, they haven't done anything for us, for the people. They've oppressed us. So we shouldn't engage. To those who did it, they can call them that. But in our shows, in our own land, they should be just Lugard. It should be Frederick and Flora. That's it. We're not interested in calling them, none of that stuff. None of it. So yeah, well, yeah, exactly. I agree with you, Africa First. I agree with you very much so. Yeah. So, but the first we need to do this is a very important hurdle that we are going to go through. And those who will try and stop us, we must go forward confidently. Now, I'm just bringing you a bit of a background information as I'm talking to you. But please do share. Now, let's go forward.
Problems. Addressing a news conference in Abuja, Mr. Hashim Olawepo explains that decentralization of powers and not secession has currently been agitated by some people.
Nonsense. So you see now, they are now trying to say decentralization. How long have we talked about regional devolution? For how long? How long have we talked about regional devolution? And they keep ignoring. And now that people are now boldly going for self-determination. We can't have that. Well, it's too late. We're not interested. It's too late. We're telling you categorically it's too late. It's too late. Let me see if I can get that up. Sorry. So 1 second, please. I'm just trying to get that up. There's a lot of information coming through. I should have done it another way. If this happens one more time, I'm going to go another way. There might be a way for me to do it that's better, but just bear with me. I might have to do something slightly different. It's just that I know what's going on and I understand it, but sometimes these things you have to give it time and you have to try and adjust with it. But like I said, they're now coming to talk to us about restructuring and whatever else they want to talk about. We're not interested. That ship has sailed. That ship has sailed. It has sailed. And they did not take the chance when they had. They did not take the chance. We cannot trust them. How many of you, as I talk to you now, how many of you can trust that contraption called Nigeria? How many of you trust the contraption called Nigeria? How many of you? So let me just put it here. So
as is Congress
internally.
You see? Let me just go back again.
Powers and not secession
Listen.
is currently being agitated by some people.
Oh, come on. Can you please stop this now? Okay, I'll move forward. So now, anyway. So let's hear what they have to say now. Watch. Please do share. Very important information. Do share. So let's go on. I don't know what's going on there.
why that will assist the party retain power at the center for at least the next 34 years.
You see, can you see what they're trying to do? You see, while they're talking to you about parties, I want you to know something. Tonight, again, I will keep sharing it with you all. I want you to know something tonight. I'm going to go and do something right now. I am going to type in the Abuja Declaration, and I want to show you. I don't want you to think this is a joke in any way, shape, or form. It is not a joke. It is a reality that they are trying to hide from you. And I want you to read the words I'm about to show you. When I show you those words, I want you to take those words to heart and make sure that that drives you forward towards going for a Yoruba nation, a Biafra nation. Make sure, because mark my words, while they are busy talking to you about APC for 34 years, it's not APC for the next 34 years. They're talking about the Sultanate for the next 100 years. That's their plan. Let me show you what I mean. Let me show you. Now, where is it now? Here we go. Okay. Now, you will see something highlighted. You see? Can you see it on the screen? I hope you can see that. Can you see that? Let me see. Let me see if you can see what I'm seeing. Yeah, you can see I've highlighted the blue screen. I lost my glasses, so I'm doing something. I'm going to be getting that soon. Now, it says here, amongst other things, this is the alternative declaration after the 1989 Abuja Declaration. In the same declaration, the following year, they now said, amongst other things, that only Muslims should be appointed to strategic posts. Non-Muslim religions should be eradicated. Nigeria should become a federal sultanate, and Western law should be replaced with Sharia. Are you following me? Is this making sense to you? So now, when you see that man talking to you about the next 34 years, they have got a long-term plan to make the entire contraption called Nigeria, to make it a sultanate. And that is the evidence right there. That's the evidence right there. I'm going to see if I can post this up after on in the write-ups. But please, you're welcome on board. Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you so much. Thank you for doing this. I appreciate you. Continue to share and broadcast. So now, tell me, what do you with the sign behind me, do you like it? Give me a thumbs up. Let me see a thumbs up if you like the sign behind me. It says sovereignty now. You can see it. Give me a thumbs up. I'd like to see a thumbs up from those of you who are watching, and those of you who will watch later on. Please give us a thumbs up. We'd like to see that. That'd be great, because we're trying to make sure we we go on as we start as we mean to go on. We're talking about the sovereignty, and you can see my cap as well. You see the cap has got the colors, the blue, white, and green. The Yoruba nation. That's what we're going for. Now, there's still a lot of things for us to do. There's a lot of hurdles for us to get through, but we're not going to be cowed. We're not going to be cowed or bowed. No way. Now, so like I said, when they're talking, when you hear them talking about this, listen now. Listen to this.
Speaking Abuja, why?
Nigeria and UK. It is in the. I can send it to you. I'll see if I can give you the link. It is on the. It is on Wikipedia. Just type in.
Governors of Lagos.
Good evening, my brother. Nigeria MUK. Nigeria MA and UK. Let me. In fact, what I will do, I'm going to do something. I'm going to pin my number on here so that if you want to call in, we can talk. Call. Let me just do that right now. I'll do that right now so that we can have discussions with ourselves as I go along, and we can, I want to make it interactive, so that we can really begin to, motor on. So yeah, so I can show you where it is. Let me see if I can find it. Just go on Google and type in the Abuja Declaration. Type Abuja Declaration in Google, and this information will come out to you. I kid you not. Type Abuja Declaration in Google, and it will come out, and then you can have all that information at your fingertips in Google, and it will come out. I'm just putting it there, and it will come out. It will come out. So those of you, if you're just joining us, welcome on board. You're watching CitizenAY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Please, as you're coming in, subscribe to CitizenAY on YouTube. It's very, very important. Facebook has blocked us for the next 2 or 3 days. I'll be back on the Thursday, the 26th, I think, or something like that, thereabouts. What's today's date? Let me just check that to give you the exact details. So I'll be back on the 25th. The 25th. So I go Wednesday, and then I'll be back on the 25th. So we're second day into the blocking by Facebook, and all because I spoke truth to power about what the Fulanis are doing in contractual Nigeria, and that's why they blocked me. So I have nothing to hide. I have no regrets. So thumbs up, Africa Force. Thank you so much. Ibrahim Sahid Kolawole, thumbs up. I see that. Thank you so much. Let's see some more thumbs up, because it's very, very important. We need to speak truth to power. We need to speak up for Yoruba Nation. And I'm driving somewhere as we're going along. Let me just see if I can play this now.
Kogi, Katsina, Kano, and Mrs. Abika Dabiri as members to be chaired by the governor of Jigawa State, Mr. Badru Abubakar.
You see,
Dr. Ikechi Emenike is to serve as secretary.
You see, all of this, they are having the northern governors and in the northern cabal. All of this that you're seeing is a smoke screen because of what I told you before, and I highlight it again. They plan to make the contraption a sultanate. It's in black and white. Don't take my word for it. It's there. You go type it up right now, Abuja Declaration, and you will find it exactly as it is. Please don't forget to give us thumbs up. It's very important. Yeah. Search for Abuja Declaration on Google. Thank you very much, Emi Oladimeji. Very much. I appreciate your efforts. Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you so much. Now, so going back to what I was saying. So it is very important when you see all of this. It is a game. They are doing a smoke screen, cloak and dagger. And whilst they're doing this, look at me. Behind, they are doing something different. The thing they're doing different is this. They're trying to perfect a situation whereby they will make the whole of the contraption a sultanate. It will become Muslims, and only way you will be able to stay. You'll be able to stay in sultanate Fulani state, Nigeria, is if you are a Muslim. If you are not a Muslim, you will either have to convert or you leave. So now it will no longer be your birthright as you being born that matters. It is that now you are a Muslim that matters. And that means, of course, in the South, the people who are Muslims are not as many people who have got other religions. So, Ibabalawos, Isheshe, and Christianity and others. But now, once they now put Islam you converting to Islam as the overriding factor, that means that now they will now finally take over the land. I was on Simon Ekpa's show, and we will come back and do the completion. We talked about Sukuk. Sukuk is a plan. The government of the day. Sukuk is a plan whereby they will take chunks and chunks of land. They will put start point and they have done it. They put start point, end point. Even in right across Lagos, across Ibadan, across Ogun State, across many states. Whereby what is happening is that they are those points, they take loans on those areas. Now, if you default on that loan, they won't ask for you to pay for it now. When the time matures, they will now say, okay, if you can't pay, the people they took the loans from will now claim the land. And this loan has been, because it's Islamic finance system, it means that the land is owned by Saudis, Emirates, Qatar, and all those people. And we, the people of the land, have been impoverished. We should not look, there is a lot of stuff that they're doing to ruin us. You know, Idayamatu, Muraina, Kabo, good evening. Welcome on board. Tonight we're talking in English tonight. We might mix some Yoruba in it, but it's the information is really, really important. So going forward, when you're hearing all this stuff here, these are all smoke screen.
Listen to the APC chairman.
All of this APC stuff, it's a smoke screen. They don't care.
The constitution of the strategy and contact committee, therefore,
all of this is a smoke screen. It is a smoke screen. It is all designed to ensure that we don't question them, that we do not ask questions, that we don't hold them to account. Now let me forward it a bit more.
Let's also tell you that the People's Democratic Party is clarifying its position on the zoning arrangement and culture it has devised over the past years in deciding on who becomes Nigeria's president. The party in a statement today says the PDP is yet to adopt any position on the zoning.
Like I said, you've seen on my background. My background says no Nigerian elections in Yoruba territory. So as far as let me just move to the side if you can see it. I don't know if it will work. Let me see. Will it move? There will be no elections in Yoruba territory. And that is our stand. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but that is what we are saying. We are categorically saying that there should be and there will be no elections. Thank you very much. Thank you, Emiola Dimeji. There will be no elections. There will be no elections. Subscribe to you exactly. Subscribe to CitizenAY and Oduduwa TV Radio, because we both do. On CitizenAY, we speak in English on here most of the time, and then on Oduduwa TV Radio, it's mostly taken out. We speak in Yoruba language, and because that's our language, that's who we are. Yoruba, Omo Yoruba niwa, Edewa nikamaso lori eto wa, tabati wa lori eto Oduduwa TV Radio. So when we are on Yoruba TV Radio, we endeavor to speak largely 99.99999% in Yoruba. But when we're on CitizenAY, there's a platform where we used to try and explain to reach our brothers, our Igbo brothers, our Middle Belt brothers, to be able to speak to them and communicate, in the language we all understand. But make no mistake about it. When we get Yoruba Nation, Yoruba will be, our language will be Yoruba, and people will have to, our leaders will speak in Yoruba with interpreters interpreting what they're saying, because that is our language. That is what we must do. That's what we must do. Now let's carry on with this now. So let's go.
Ahead of the 2023 presidential elections, the party further explains that it has not taken any decision on any of the recommendations proposed by the Senator Bala Mohammed-led PDP committee on the review of the 2019 elections. The PDP notes that the recommendations will be subjected to its democratic process by relevant organs of the party.
We're not, all of this is a smoke screen. You see, whilst they're talking about 2023, they are doing the plan, they are perfecting the Sultanate. I want you all to remember that. Whilst they are busy talking to you about 2023 elections, and we are saying, incidentally, behind me, I'm telling you, behind me it says no 2023 elections, and we mean that. When we say, we mean that very, very clear, that there will be no 2023 elections. We have not, there must be no 2023 elections. We cannot, nor will we entertain any idea of having any elections in Yoruba territory. If they want to have it, in Fulani land, let them have it. If they want to, they can go ahead. But in Yoruba land, we will ensure that the people, look, as we speak, the people are the ones who provide their own security. The people are the ones who provide their own electricity. The people are the ones who provide their own water. The people are the ones who take care of their own sewage. The people are the ones who try and make sure that they have some kind of a society. The government has left all the responsibility to the people, and yet they've taken all the money, and they've taken the land, and they are taking the land. Fulani is all about taking Yoruba land from Yoruba people, taking Igbo land from Biafrans, taking Middle Belt land from Middle Belt people. Mark Billa tried to speak on the floor of the House 2 or 3 days ago, and Ahmed Wase, who in truth is the real speaker of the House of Reps, because Femi Gbajabiamila is a paid mouthpiece. He is a paid mouthpiece, and we need to speak truth to power. Let's say it like it is. Now let's listen on. So let's hear what they have to say now.
And let's now dive straight into the conversation for tonight.
Now, let's listen to this.
There have been a series of issues affecting the nation. A major one is the issue of insecurity. The defense minister yesterday said, we are in a critical position. In the southwest region, there have been some agitations for a sovereign Yoruba state.
Yes.
One of the groups agitating has come out to say that the agitation shall be bloodless, intellectually rooted, legally grounded. In fact, they have released on social media a currency called Fadaka, which they say will be stronger than the dollar.
Yep. Mark my words, that will be the case. Yes, I'm not, I'm not so sure if we, I agree. It's good to plan it and talk about it like this. But of course, our focus is the first thing first. We get Yoruba Nation. We must. Please do subscribe and share this broadcast, and we welcome you. You can call in. You can call in on 07399 447399 580 606. So please do call in if you want to call and have a few minutes discussion with myself. The lines are open. Like I said, normally we'd have a lot more people on Facebook. We're talking in number of hundreds, but right now, because we're trying to build the YouTube channel of CitizenAY, we cannot, the numbers are not there. But we're not to worry about that. Maybe what you can do is share this broadcast and others can watch it afterwards. But let's listen to what's being said now.
Tonight, we have the governor of Ondo State and the chairman of the Southwest Governors Forum to speak to us on some of these very important national issues. Governor Rotimi Akeredolu of Ondo State is our guest tonight, and he joins us live from Akure, the capital of Ondo State. Thank you, Your Excellency, for joining us tonight. Perhaps I should begin to get your reaction to the assassination attempt on your governor colleague from Benue State. He met with President Buhari today, and he said if the insecurity challenges in the country persist, the 2023 elections will not hold.
Well, let me welcome you first, Shewan, and thank you for having me on this program. Yes, I listened to Governor Autumn when he spoke just now.
By the way, at this point, I want to remind our listeners that some time ago, a few weeks back, I played a video whereby a military man said that it won't be long before those who are in power, many of us know what is really happening now with the power play in contraption Nigeria. And we have an audio president, whereas the person that should be speaking right now should be the vice president. But the audio president, either through illness or even worse, is unable to participate. And that gap has been filled by the cabal. That's the fact. And what's happening is that people have been told, have been silenced. People have been told, everybody knows. There are people who knows what is going on, but they cannot speak up, because if they speak up, they will be silenced. Now it's getting to the point where, with the Yoruba Nation and our unyielding focus on achieving independence for Yoruba Nation, those who are around the presidency, they are under serious pressure. And these people, the same attempt on the life of Governor Otom. And mark my words, the same thing will be tried out on the Southwestern governors. There's no doubt about it. These are facts that we should say. Exactly, not a cat's in hell's chance do the Fulanis have in taking our Yoruba land. They are dreaming. It can never happen. I absolutely 100% agree with you. 100% support. I'll just give you a thumbs up. When you see that I put a thumbs up there, that is absolute support. Please give us let's have thumbs up from all of you watching, and those of you that will come on later on, please subscribe and give us, let's see a lot of thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. It's really, really important. We're trying to build the YouTube CitizenAY. We already have, on Facebook, we have close to 100,000 people who are following us. We have on Oduduwa TV Radio over 100,000 people following us. We are grateful for that platform. But we also need to build other platforms. And also, we are trying to, if you haven't joined the Yoru app, please go and download it. That's another thing that we can use, because that's a platform that is going to be ours. It's something we call Tiwantiwa. It's before Yorubas. You have to be a Yoruba person to be on that Yoru app, because that way we will have a platform for us to be able to talk about what we want to do and the things we want and get our message through without anybody putting a stop to what we have to say. So watch out for Yoru app. It's called Yoru app. Go and download it. I recommend that to you all. Very, very, very important. So let's carry on with this broadcast now. So now, like I said, the governors, what happened to Governor Otom? Mark my words, the governors of the Southwest, they will be facing the same thing shortly. And that is despite them believing that they are working, because they are humble slaves. Let me show you what I mean. If you look on the broadcast that on the broadcast that you can see now, you can see that I've put the sign there, and it says "humbled slave," and it's scrolling on the screen. It's humble slave. Please, at this point, if you haven't subscribed to us on YouTube, please subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to us on Instagram, please subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to us on Twitter, please subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to us, if you haven't followed us or liked us on Facebook, please go ahead and do so right now. The sign above is giving you a prompt, and we're telling you and people and share the broadcast and tell family and friends. And please let us know your thoughts. Let us know your thoughts on the sign that we have behind us, because it tells us, it's saying, so let me just show you. You see, it says no Nigerian elections. Can you see that? No Nigerian elections in Yoruba territory. That's what it's saying. So I'm just bringing that to your attention, because we do not believe in 2023 elections, because the local government areas created by the military as in Babangida, Abacha, Abdul Salam, the local government areas that they drew up is a fraudulent contraption. And they didn't seek approval from the people. They just drew it up. Again, the constitution, they didn't seek approval from people via referendum. They just drew it up. These were all imposed. They were all imposed, and they're telling us it's adopted. Nothing to do with, you cannot adopt a constitution. Let me say that clearly. You cannot adopt a constitution. You can only vote on whether you support the constitution or not. If you say you adopt anything about the constitution, then it is a fraud. Then it is a fraud. And that's what they've done. They carried out a fraud, a massive fraud, because the same military who drew up the local government areas and the constitution are still the ones in control right now. These are the facts. That is why contraption Nigeria must come to an end. We're not interested in restructuring. We're not interested in regional devolution. We are going for self-determination. Yoruba nation is here to stay. Biafra is here to stay. And we urge Middle Belt, especially Governor Otom, to begin to have a serious rethink and begin to work towards Middle Belt nation, because the Fulanis are intent on taking the land from all of us, come what may, and we must resist. Here we go.
And I really sympathize with him. It's an unfortunate development that a governor will become a target for this attack. And I thank God for his life. But addressing the issues he raised, and I think he's right. Definitely, we cannot conduct any election under an insecure environment. So if this insecurity is not nipped in the bud, it will escalate undoubtedly. And if it escalates, so all of us should be worried that at the time we are getting to 2023, we might have a full-scale what I would call banditry, other insecurity.
What do you mean full scale?
In the country.
It is already happening.
There's nobody that can carry out any election.
It is already happening. This is why we are telling you there will be no 2023 elections. You know. This is why there will be, the Fulani base is very easy to understand. The more we acquire or succumb to their demands, the further they push the envelope until we are all wiped out. We Yorubas must wake up now. Thank you very much, Africa First. Thank you for those wise words. I appreciate you, Africa First. Let me just see if I can give you a thumbs up directly. I want to give you. I'll just quickly go in there and you know what is that? What? Let me just do that now. And those of you, I'm going to try and endeavor to answer as many of you as I can. Once I'm doing this, like I say, Africa First. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to put a thank you there. Thanks. So let's see if can I get a thumbs up in there. I wonder if I can do that. I'm not too sure how to do it, but anyway, thanks. So I'm putting it there. So now let's carry on. So you see, they know that the insecurity, they know that it's getting worse. Nobody is safe. Nobody is safe. Not even they themselves. Governor or Tom, the whole governor.
Atmosphere. So what is clear is that he's made a good point that the federal government must sit up. Something has to be done now to ensure that this issue of insecurity that is escalating by the day is now nipped in the bud and escalated as soon as possible.
Governor, it was only yesterday that...
So, now, you see... okay. You see, the way they're talking about this, you know, it is quite sickening that they can sit here and these same governors, they bow to the Fulanis. They literally are bowing to the Fulanis. They are falling over themselves to bow to the Fulanis in their own land. The Fulanis are guests in our land. Never forget that. The Fulanis are guests in Yoruba land, in Middle Belt, even in the north. They are guests. Governor Bala Mohammed said it. He said, Fulani are our brothers. They can welcome. They can also be Nigerians, he's saying. And that is telling you that they know that they're not true Fulanis, true Hausas. They are Fulanis, and they've made the Hausas slaves in their own land. The Hausas dare not say anything against the Fulanis. They dare not. And that is what we must prevent happening in Yoruba land. In Yoruba land right now, people are running away from our land. Yorubas are having to run away because of the killings, the incessant killing by Fulanis. Fulanis are killing Yorubas all over, and the likes. So we are grateful for the work that's been done by OSHA, Chief Sunday Adeyemoye Igboho, and many others. We are truly grateful. But this governor here, we will come to the point where, you know, the key points that he's going to talk about. But I want to mention that here, that what he's saying, we are already there. People are being kidnapped every day, left, right, and center. Let's listen.
The minister said, and I quote him now, he said, "We are in a critical situation that requires the understanding, buy-in, support, and collaboration of important stakeholders and key players in the strategic national task." End of quote. In this statement of, it looks like a statement of realization coming from the highest hierarchy of the nation's security architecture. If you will prefer an urgent solution to the problem, what would that be, Governor Akeredolu?
Well, if I'm to, weigh in on what is happening in the country now and try and make suggestions as to what I believe should be the solution, I will say straight away that, yes, we are today, I mean, as at now, we have a security architecture that we cannot change overnight. But the security architecture that we have to live with for now, must respond to demands of insecurity. They must take necessary step now. It's not something that we will continue to scratch the surface. This is a serious matter.
Let me accept that call.
I believe,
hold on.
The IG,
I was going to answer the call, but it went off.
Chiefs and co.
Let me.
In one place, there should be.
I'll answer that call in a minute. One second.
Meeting so that the solution can come to this problem. So that where you have crisis at any given time, then you can respond to it instantaneously. When I
was trying to take the call.
An attempt to kidnap somebody here, banditry here, students who are taken here.
I beg your pardon. Somebody just tried to call. Let me try and see if I can bring the call back. Let me see if I can do that just to quickly. Okay, let me go and get that back. 1 second. I do apologize if the call. You can try and call back, please. I'm going to try and get you back on. So let me see. I'm going to try and call you back now because I know you were calling. So let's bring you on. Okay. So I think, okay, I'll leave it. Okay. So anyway, do try and call back. I just missed your call. I do apologize if I did. But what I wanted to do was to try and really continue with the discussion. So you can see that there's a total state of insecurity. Nothing is working. The price of food has quadrupled. People are paying through the nose. Our farmers that can grow us out of the poverty that we've been placed by the Fulanis are being killed. And then the Fulanis are bringing poison food. By the way, if you're a Southerner and you're still eating cow meat, you need to wake up. Stop eating cow meat. You gotta stop eating cow meat. Ladies and gentlemen, the number to call. Let me see if I can put it up on the screen so you can see it. I'll put it on there, but I'll put it on the screen right now so you can see it. 1 second. I'm just gonna put it up somewhere on the screen. You will see it come up now. Let me see if I can make that quicker. Filters. Okay. 1 second, please. Just give me a minute. Just gonna try and do something to make it, Okay, now I'm going to just change a few things. Okay, now you will see a change. Just bear with me. And then, so let's go here. You will see it come up. So it will come up right now. You'll see it. So there we go. So there we have it. Okay, so 1 second, please. Just give me a minute. We'll get the changes done. Just to make some adjustments, subtle adjustments here and there. And of course, you will see it. So that's the number that's across the screen now as you watch. So if you do want to call in, you're welcome to call in. We will take the call. We'll take 1 or 2 calls. And those of you who may wish to call in, you're very welcome to call in. So now, like I was saying, yeah, somebody said it's too bad what are our people at today in Akure public transport we look at in motorway. Exactly. And then I really love what you're doing, CitizenAY. Keep doing that good work. Oguike Emmanuel. Thank you very much. Oguike Emmanuel. Yemi Oladipekon. Today in Akure public transport we lead at in motorway. And cows. She's drawn the cows, exactly. So these are the things that we're talking about. Please continue to give us thumbs up and likes. Subscribe to us on YouTube. It's very, very important that we build our numbers up. Let me just see a quick look at how much people we have, how many subscribers we have as we speak right now. It's important to give you updates before we proceed along because we have 811 subscribers. We need to get to 1,000 1,000. If we could get to 1,000 tonight, that'd be great. So we have 100 and something, left for us to 189, 189 subscribers to be able to get to the magic 1,000, where it gives us more room to do more things on YouTube. So please subscribe. Go ahead and click the red button. Talk to friends, share the broadcast, make them aware. Now, carrying on with what we're doing, what we're saying, he's talking about the governor making excuses for all along.
There must be a swift response to all this level of insecurity.
You see, there must be swift response. How long have you been in government again? How long? How long have you been? You see, they're very good at talking. There must be swift. You haven't taken the action. You promised that you would do that at the beginning when you took over from Jonathan. When you all took over from Jonathan, good luck. You all said, oh yes. And now we had Tinubu saying we will get electricity, we will end corruption, we will end all of that. Buhari, the same thing. All of you, excuse me, all of you came out. All of you were saying the same thing. You were saying we will get rid of this, we will get rid of that, we will do this, we will do that. You made promises. Now it's time to deliver on the promise, and you are found wanting. And instead of admitting that, you know what, we failed, you're now saying, oh, we should. You are the ones in power. You're the ones in power. The fact is you failed to do it because you've been stuffing your pocket with the money meant for the development of the people. And you guys have made many people lose money to crooks, because the crooks are the ones that keep you in power. The crooks that you pay money to silence people from speaking. They've now got to the point now, they've now turned and they're exploiting the very people that you are supposed to serve, to create a buffer zone for yourself so that you don't get affected. But it's come to the point now. You're admitting it. You're admitting it by what you're saying. Listen up.
So for now, since there's nothing else we can do, even if we are those of us who believe that
there is plenty you can do, Governor Akeredolu, and you are a humble slave because you are bowing to the Fulani in your own land. The Fulani are killing our people. And instead of you to speak up for the people, you are now making excuses for them. And you are part of the problem by doing so. Let's listen on.
There should be multi-level policing, and at the time
there should be multi-level How many years have we been saying this? Regional devolution would have solved it. Again, the law passed, that signed by Buhari last year, would have made sure that local government took responsibility for what was happening. The powers have been taken over by the state, the likes of yourself, because of political expediency. And these are the things that are wrong. And but you refuse to admit to all of this. And then you come up and start making excuses. That's why we are going for Yoruba Nation. It's done. It's too late.
Come for us to have state police. It's not something you can force down.
You see,
it's something that have to go through the National Assembly.
You see,
it takes some time.
You see,
but
the National Assembly that will not allow, the National Assembly that will not hear about the internally displaced people of Benue, the thief people, that the National Assembly, under the specific orders of Ahmed Wasi, the deputy speaker. In truth, he is the speaker that is making the decision. Femi Gbajabiamila is just a rubber stamp. Politicians, they are terrible. Exactly. Don't you me? You're absolutely right. They are absolutely terrible. They are terrible and they are sickening. That's why you can see that I'm talking about this with such venom and passion. We need to speak truth to power. Please share this broadcast. Listen.
What the Yorubas have an adage that when you fry this bushmeat and to some extent, or this dog, by the time you fry dog very well, it's always sweet. But before dog is fried and is sweet, then you must eat something before then. So I believe that what we have to do now is that we can have meetings, we can set up committees on this insecurity and let it be addressed.
after 6 years of the same government, after 6 years of this failed governance, that is now on the evidence I keep pointing you all to, amongst other things, that only Muslims should be appointed to strategic posts, non-Muslim religions should be eradicated, Nigeria should become a federal Islamic sultanate, and Western law should be replaced with Sharia. Please tell me, where is Professor Ruga? Has anybody seen Professor Ruga? You do know who I mean. Have you seen Oshibajo? He is the vice president. And what is he? Is he not Christian? Is he not Christian? I'm just asking you. I'm asking for a friend. You see, I'm just asking for a friend, Neil. I'm just asking for a friend. I'm not making any aspersions. I'm just asking for a friend. Is he not a Yoruba man? Is he not Christian? Do you see him talking? The audio president is never live, but they make sure that Oshibajo, the deputy, on whom the mandate, he actually is the one with the mandate, because the audio president cannot speak. Either he's too ill to be able to carry out the job, or it's even worse than that. But they make sure that Oshibajo never shows up because of this thing. I keep telling you, go and look at it. It says here, only Muslims should be appointed to strategic posts. Non-Muslim religions should be eradicated. So, Professor Ruga, aka Oshibajo, is Christian. Do you see him? Does he make announcements? Is he respected? Sometimes when he's in the room, they crowd him out, that he's at the back of the room. And he's our vice president. Hear me, oh. The vice president is crowded out by all the Muslims in the room, all the Fulanis. He is at the back of the room. You barely see him. This is all planned. This is why I'm saying we need to go for Yoruba Nation. That is why you see the sign behind me. That sign says we must go for Yoruba Nation, Yoruba sovereignty now. No ifs, no buts. No elections, no Nigerian elections in Yoruba territory. And that is something that we must all subscribe to. This is something that we must all subscribe to. Please, I want you to assist me in making this video go viral. It's very important. Now let's crack on. As you come in, share it. And if you've shared it before, share again. There is no harm in sharing it again. There is no harm. Now let's go. Sorry, that's not what I'm looking for. Where is the one I'm looking for? Oh, here we go. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought. Here we go. So let's go back to where we are now.
Let it be addressed without any bias.
You see, now they're talking about let it be addressed without any bias. That's all talk. Akeredolu well knows that the Fulani are the ones in control. This is just trying and placate the citizens and trying to tell us, oh, they're trying. They're not trying. They're not trying. Our funds are being looted daily and they are failing in their duty. There's no water, no light, no hospital, no road, no bridges. People like myself being defrauded of 10 million naira. Yes, it happened. Plus. And when you go and speak to EFCC or the police, they're asking you to bring 1 million naira. I'll bring another million. Yeah, bring 1 million. Yes, we've spoken to the people. They know what's going on. It is one huge fraud racket. The nation, the entire nation, is one huge fraud racket. And we need to put a stop to it. We need to break it apart. Yoruba Nation must go. We are going, whether Amauchi, thank you very much. Yeah, exactly. Where is the vice president? Exactly. Has been well and truly muzzled. Exactly, Africa First. Where is he? If the president cannot come out live, then surely the vice president should be the man we should be seen crisscrossing the whole country. But have you noticed? They never let him speak to people in the north. Because for him to speak in the north would mean that they are going against the very thing that they're trying to perfect. You see, that only Muslims should be appointed to strategic posts. So if Professor Ruga, aka Oshibajo, starts speaking, that means that the very plan that they have, they are attacking it themselves. So that is why they will never let him talk. They will never let him talk. And that is the evidence we need to know, that as a Southerner, and this is a message for Tinubu, if you are trying to say you are going to be this, you are going to be, there is going to be no elections in 2023. Akeredolu said it himself. The insecurity level is going to be so bad. We are going for Yoruba Nation now. We're not waiting. We are going for Yoruba Nation. Thank you. We are up to 18 people on the platform now, on the CitizenAY platform. Please continue to share. Make sure this broadcast goes viral. Make sure it goes viral. You can play your part. Share it. If you shared it before, share it again. Tell a friend. Tell another friend. Tell people. Subscribe to us. Let's get to that magic 1,000 and beyond on CitizenAY tonight. Your help is needed. You can be the difference. You can tell 10 people. Let's see, people are trying to call me. Let me just bring that in. Hello, caller. Hello. Hello. Good evening. Good evening. Hello. How are you doing? Good evening. Welcome on board. Hello. Yes, you're live. You're live. You're live. Welcome on board. Yes.
Wow, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I've been listening to your program.
Thank you, sir.
This is Pastor Okebi.
Oh, wonderful. Welcome on board, sir. Yes, and we have to congratulate you.
Our father, Baba Akeredolu.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And all the elders that came to our program on Sunday.
Fantastic.
Program, actually.
Yes.
Sunday.
Yes, indeed.
They spent time, and all our men. It's a new revival.
Yes, it is.
Started on Sunday.
Yes, indeed.
The men were there from 7 p.m. UK time till 3 a.m. the following Monday.
Indeed.
Saturday morning.
Exactly.
That's about 10 hours.
Exactly.
We thank God for the revival that started in UK.
Indeed. Very good.
And appreciate all the media that took part. Thank you very much on behalf of all of us that are in the project team.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you.
I can assure you that it was well received, and we have over 200 people that have indicated their interest in working with the General Council.
Fantastic. That's a great result right there.
I want to thank everyone that is supporting it. That tells you that the fire is burning.
Indeed. Indeed.
We have already taken off. The aeroplane has crossed the line.
Fantastic.
Takeoff line.
Fantastic.
And we cannot go back down anymore.
Fantastic. It's great news.
I just want to advise every Yoruba being, every Yoruba human being.
Yes.
Yes,
go ahead.
To get it right once and for all.
Yes.
God did not make a mistake to bring you to this world as a Yoruba man.
Yes.
If he wanted to make you an Hausa man, he would have given birth to you through an Hausa mother.
Exactly. Indeed.
Or English mother, or in a different country.
Yes.
You were born a Yoruba person. It doesn't matter who you are now. I'm talking to everyone, including the governors.
Yes.
In Yoruba land.
Yes.
Including the governors.
Yes.
The leaders that are there today.
Yes.
No one was born a governor.
Yes.
No one was born a governor.
Yeah.
It is by divine order that you find yourself being a governor. Before you be a governor, you are first and
so what I will do, automatically call KD. Mark me, she will first of life, sir. Carry on, my professor, pastor. Carry on.
Hello, yes.
Yeah, so,
before you became a governor of the people, you were first and foremost a Yoruba man. And you got onto the government of the people of Yoruba. Hello?
Okay, sir. Yeah, carry on, sir.
All right. So it is good to call the attention.
Okay, after the show, Mark, sir.
It is good to call the attention of all Yoruba people and leaders today to understand where they are coming from.
Yes, indeed.
You should not get carried away by where they found themselves, but where they are coming.
Indeed.
Before Nigeria was, Yoruba had been.
Yeah, indeed.
Yes.
Indeed.
And the natural definition that we have is Yoruba.
Yes, indeed.
Nigeria is artificial.
It is very much so.
Okay? Yes. you don't put artificial on top of natural.
Yeah, exactly.
It will not work.
Yes. Absolutely.
And people, yes, every governor is supposed to be governing people.
Yes, indeed.
And what the will of the people is very, very important.
Indeed.
Otherwise, the governor will find himself out.
Indeed. Yes.
Governors must remember that God put them there.
Exactly.
Because of the people they are supposed to govern.
Indeed. Indeed.
The cry of the people has reached God.
Yes.
So let every governor in the Yoruba land be warned.
Yes.
That God that put them there can take them off overnight.
Overnight.
24 hours.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Take them off. You are meant to be a governor over human beings, over people.
Yes.
Yes, of Yoruba.
Yes.
Not the people of Hausa land. You're not a governor in a Hausa land.
Yes.
You're not a governor in an Igbo land.
Yes.
You are not a governor in a foreign country.
Yes.
You
Indeed.
are governor over Yoruba people.
Yes. Indeed.
And God hears the cry of Yoruba people.
Indeed.
So be warned. We cannot fight with God.
No, we can't.
No governor can fight with God.
No.
The people fed up. The people feel that they have been denied of their rights.
Exactly.
God-given right.
Exactly.
And they want out.
Exactly.
You better align with the people so
Indeed.
that it shall be well with you.
Exactly.
If you stay against the people, vovus populi, vovus deo.
Exactly.
If you stand against the people, God will stand against you.
Indeed. Indeed.
Yes.
Indeed. So
no governor should be afraid of any threat.
Exactly.
I don't know what is happening in Ondo State.
Yes,
but
I know.
I remember that Ondo governor at one point in time told some people to leave our forest in Ondo land.
Exactly.
He was the one that said that some time ago.
Exactly. And now
what has happened now between then and now?
Thank you.
It's now singing another song.
Exactly. Exactly.
I would just advise him to not be afraid.
Exactly.
If those people he told to leave the forest, if they came back to threaten him,
yeah, exactly.
Let him tell them they are not threatening just him, they are threatening the whole of Yoruba race.
Indeed. The whole of Yoruba race.
Governors should not be afraid.
Yes.
You are Yoruba, right?
Yes.
And you are governing Yoruba people.
Exactly.
So if you are meant to be governing well,
yeah,
you should be listening to the people you are governing.
Indeed. Indeed.
Not the people that put you that are controlling
you
well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So the last point I want to say is that it is artificial.
Yeah.
The formation of Nigeria is
artificial. Exactly.
Very, very artificial.
Yes, indeed.
And when you put artificial over the natural, it will not work.
Exactly.
The time is coming when the natural will burst out.
Yeah.
The light will shine, and the light is shining now.
Exactly. Exactly.
The graph has been going down.
Yes, it has
going
been.
down from bad to worse. It's gone past the point of correction.
Yeah.
You cannot correct the badness, the rubbish in that country anymore.
No, it's too gone.
Governors, act wisely.
Yes.
Be wise.
Yes.
I'm not saying you should leave your position, but be wise.
Yeah.
Let the voice of the people be heard.
Yeah.
Don't muffle them.
Yeah.
When the voice of the people are heard, you tell the people in the central that look, the people are talking. You cannot stop them.
Yes, indeed.
Nobody will take you out because the people are talking. It's not you that are talking, the people are talking. But allow them to talk.
Exactly.
Allow them to air their views.
Yeah.
Don't muffle them. Otherwise, God will take you out.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I want to thank everybody that came in UK. Yes. On Sunday.
Yes. Thank you.
Right. We're going to get across to everyone that has shown their interest.
Oh, fantastic.
Carry on.
Fantastic.
Àti ṣiṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run gbogbo olórí Ọlọ́run ló fi wọ́n síbẹ̀ o.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ẹni tí ò bá bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run á jẹ bàbá láyà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Níbi tá a dé yìí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
I'm telling you.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ẹ bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run ẹ̀yin olórí gómìnà ẹ bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Àwọn tá a fi sórí ẹ̀ ní táwọn ní kẹ́ máa wò. Kì í ṣe àwọn tẹ́ ń dá lóhùn ní Àbújá o. Àwọn tó fi sórí ẹ̀ ní o. I'm telling you. Tọ́ ọba ayé yìí bá kọ̀ yín ọba ọmọ ní kọ̀ yín ìyẹn ló máa dájú o.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Táwọn ọba ayé bá kọ̀ yín tẹ́nìkan lábújá bá kọ̀ yín ọba ọ̀run ló má dájú.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Àwọn Yorùbá náà lógo lórí o. Ẹ ṣọ́ ẹ wà very very careful. Ẹ jẹ́ kí yẹn kó yé gbogbo gómìnà wa. Níyẹn gómìnà Yorùbá. Mi ò mọ ti ọ̀dà gómìnà but àwọn Yorùbá gómìnà Yorùbá. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni ẹ ò lè force ẹ ò lè gbé òkùnkùn lérí wọn náà.
Láíláí ojú wa ti là.
Orúkọ tẹ́ a sọ wọ́n ní Yorùbá.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
orúkọ àjèjì ló ń jẹ́ Nàìjíríà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ògo Yorùbá ti wà lábẹ́ wọ́n ti tẹ̀ rí.
Wọ́n ti tẹ̀ rí. Adẹ̀nà gbé jáde. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ibo ni gbogbo olè ti wá? Ibo ni gbogbo jàgbàjántì ti wá? Ibo ni gbogbo jàgbàjántì ti wá? Ṣèbí orúkọ ṣèbí Nàìjíríà ló ti wá?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ọmọlúwàbí ni Yorùbá náà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Nàìjíríà tó sọ tí ò lólúwa.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Òun ló dàgbé lé rẹ̀. Tọ́mọ ti jalè tí wọ́n sá sábẹ́ Nàìjíríà. Tọ́mọ ti jí nǹkan sá sábẹ́ Nàìjíríà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Tọ́mọ ti pààyàn tán wọ́n sá sábẹ́ Nàìjíríà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Kò tó ń jẹ́ Nàìjíríà. Èyí náà ààrẹ tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Nítorí pé kò sí ohun tó ń jẹ́ Nàìjíríà. Ó kọ́ àlùmọ́nì ìlú ó ń kọ́ lọ sí ẹ̀bí tó ti wá.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Kò sí nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ Nàìjíríà.
Kò sí.
Tí wọ́n jẹ́ kó rí àwọn gómìnà wa kó ronú sí dáadáa.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni o. Kọ́ àwọn ọmọ kó ronú sí dáadáa.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Á dáa fún gbogbo wọn.
Ẹ ṣeun gan ni.
Ibi táwọn ọ̀nà ká lọ.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Kọ́ fọgbọ́n ṣe é.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Kọ́ fọgbọ́n ṣe é.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Ẹ ṣeun.
Nìkan kúrò ní gómìnà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ṣùgbọ́n kọ́ lo ipò wọn láti jẹ́ káwọn ọmọ Yorùbá kọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ síta.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Kọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ sókè. Advice ni o.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Advice ni o.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ẹ ṣeun
So á
gan ni.
lè dá fún wọn.
Àmì àṣẹ.
So bó ṣe rí nìyẹn.
Ẹ ṣeun gan ni. Ẹ ṣeun sà. Ẹ ṣeun. Kẹ́tó lọ. Ngbà wo ni ẹ rò pé máa tún ṣe ìpàdé? When are we going to do the further updates? When will people hear about further updates on the Yoruba Nation UK Council?
Gbogbo àwọn tó ti indicate pé wọ́n fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ ní General Council a máa pè wọ́n sí ìpàdé níjọ́ Friday yìí.
Okay.
Lágbára Ọlọ́run.
Oh, fantastic.
Ibẹ̀ láti máa gbé ìgbésẹ̀ tó máa tẹ̀lé eléyìí tá a ṣe níjọ́ Sunday.
Fantastic.
Àti fún àwọn bàbá wa ní report ohun tó ṣẹlẹ̀ gbogbo bá dábàdé.
Fantastic.
So níjọ́ Friday a máa send message sí gbogbo wọn pátá.
Fantastic. Okay.
A máa pàdé níjọ́ Friday àwọn nìkan a máa fún wọn ní the next instruction.
Okay. All right.
Níjọ́ Friday bẹ́ẹ̀ ni gbogbo àwọn tó bá ti gbọ́ tó bá mọ̀ pé òun ti syndicate fún fẹ́ ṣe General Council kó make sure pé kó máa expect tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá ti gba text message by Friday kẹ́jẹ́ kí n mọ̀ Friday tó ń bọ̀ ní aago 7 ìrọ̀lẹ́ ti UK àwọn tó wà ní UK nìkan ló máa lè ṣiṣẹ́ ní Council UK
bẹ́ẹ̀ni
tó bá wà nílùú míì a máa ṣe ti yín lọ́tọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ni ẹ wo aláti ní tẹ̀síwájú
bẹ́ẹ̀ni ó sì dandan.
àdẹ̀fẹ́ gbá àwọn tó wà níbọ̀ wa àfẹ́ bá wọn jà àwa gan à ń ràn wọ́n lọ́wọ́
bẹ́ẹ̀ni
bá dúró dáadáa á lè ràn wọ́n lọ́wọ́
bẹ́ẹ̀ni
àwọn náà ọ̀sẹ̀ mọ̀ àwọn náà lè ràn wá lọ́wọ́
bẹ́ẹ̀ni
ṣèbáwọn ló ń gbin tòmátì ló ń ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ kò sí nǹkan tó náà tó bá àwọn ọjà ló ń jẹ aládọ́nà wọn náà.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni
nílùú tiwọn lókè ọya iyẹ̀pẹ̀ tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn is the best in the world. lẹ́sọ̀ máa fi ṣe glass àwọn kan tó lọ́wọ́ ń rí ìmọ́lẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ wọn ò tí ì wà lẹ̀ débẹ̀. so Ọlọ́run tó já gbogbo èèyàn sórí ilẹ̀ ó fi nǹkan tó máa jẹ ó fi sílẹ̀. ká máa fi tiwọn sílẹ̀ ká máa yọ ẹlòmíì lẹ́nu ká máa fi tiwọn sílẹ̀ ká yọ ẹlòmíì lẹ́nu. ojú ọ̀run tẹ́yẹ fò láì farakara Ọlọ́run ló ti dá bẹ́ẹ̀. ṣùgbọ́n ẹni tó jẹ́ gómìnà lórí nípasẹ̀ Nàìjíríà kó mọ̀ wípé kò sí bá ṣe fẹ́ imí tẹ́lẹ̀ já imí sílẹ̀ kò sí bá ṣe fẹ́ pin imí ló máa jẹ́ àmàrùn. tí ẹ bá ti ya ìgbẹ́ sílẹ̀ ó lọ fẹ́ pin ó fẹ́ ló fẹ́ restructure ìgbẹ́.
Kò ṣeé ṣe
ìgbẹ́ ni ìgbẹ́ ń jẹ́.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni kò lè yí padà ìgbẹ́ náà ló máa jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ó máa rùn ní náà.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká kó kúrò nílẹ̀ ká lọ ká yá.
Exactly.
Wọ́n ní ká jáwọ́ náà pọ̀ tí yóò ká gbómi lákaná Yorùbá Nation ní omi láwa ẹ jẹ́ ká gbé kaná.
Àwọn èèyàn sọ pé àsìkò tó fún wọn pé wọn ò ṣe mọ́.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Láìpẹ́ pé àwọn èèyàn tó fi ẹ sórí gómìnà tó fi ẹ sípò tó sọ pé ó ti àṣẹ mọ́ ó wá lò ní dá wọn lóhùn ó fẹ́ dẹ́ lómi lóhùn Ọlọ́run ò ní sílẹ̀ yẹn o.
Rárá o kò tiẹ̀ sí kò jọ ọ́.
Olùkàgùn kò mọ̀ o gbogbo gómìnà là ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ yìí Ọlọ́run ò ní sílẹ̀ yẹn tó o bá fetí sí ọ̀rọ̀ tí àwọn ènìyàn rẹ̀ sọ.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
If you are the governor of Yoruba, then listen to the Yoruba people. That is what is called democracy. Things can change. Democracy ni. When the people speak, God speaks.
Yes.
Nígbà táwọn ọmọ iṣẹ́ ìkùn Ọlọ́run gbóhùn wọn. Who populate the voice of the people is the voice of God. Kò sí ọba tó jẹsà tó ju Ọlọ́run lọ. Ọlọ́run ọ̀gá ògo òun ló ń ṣe alákòóso ní gbogbo ìjọba ènìyàn. Right? Ẹ
ṣeun gan ni ẹ kú dìde. Thank you so much for your wise words, and we're looking forward to the further updates in terms of the Yoruba Nation UK Council and all the governors. I hope you're all hearing. You need to listen to what your people are saying. You are there to put forward the ideas and the suggestions of your people. You're not there to oppress or suppress them. You need to reflect their opinions and ideas, and you need to take it forward. You are there. You are the custodian of the mandate they gave you. They gave you a mandate. It's not your mandate. It's the mandate of the people, and you have got to start reflecting that mandate in your deliberations, in your every steps. So we are telling you all, you are all on notice. You are all the governors in the Southwest and Middle Belt and Southeast. You are all on notice. You have failed your people collectively. There is nowhere for you to hide. Nowhere. But thank you very much, sir, for your call, your wise words. We will talk some more later on, and have a pleasant evening. Yes, we will tell them. As of now. Sir. God bless. Bye. So that was the project leader, Pastor Okebionu, for the Yoruba Nation UK Council. By Friday, people should be hearing replies back. Those who have expressed interest in wanting to be part of the first ever Yoruba Nation UK National Council. What's going to happen is that with the Yoruba Nation UK Council, what will happen is that those people will now form it's kind of like a government that they will form, whereby every concerns of those Yoruba people in the UK will land at their desk. It will land at their desk. So they will form deliberations and ideas and so come up with suggestions. And that is hopefully going to be a template. It's going to be a template for for all other nations where there are Yoruba people around the world. This is the template that they use. That's the plan of those who've led the project. Now, the project leaders, once the project is up and running, they will be there to just steer and make sure that it's still ticking along. But the real decision makers were the ones who are elected in, who have expressed interest, and then that process will develop and evolve, and they will be making decisions, and they will be held accountable to all Yoruba people in the UK. So it's very, very important information right there. So thank you very much, Pastor Okebionu, for joining us. And like I said, those of you who haven't seen the video, as we speak, that video has over 51,000 views. The video has right now over 51,000 views on Facebook and over 1,000 views on our sister platform, Oduduwa TV Radio, on YouTube as well. So it was a huge success all around. So now what we are saying to you all now, the focus now, let's just shift back to this attention of this governor here.
We're ready to cooperate, just like the Minister for Defense said. We need cooperation. All of us are prepared to cooperate. But the important thing.
Well, what kind of cooperation is he talking about? Let's understand. Let's try and break down. When he says they're ready to cooperate, he means they're ready to succumb to the Fulanis. The Fulanis are intent on, I keep reminding you, they are intent on making it the whole nation, the Fulani nation that they're going to create will be a sultanate, and non-Muslims will not be getting any positions. End of. That is why you see that Professor Ruga, aka Oshibajo, will never speak. He will never speak in enough. They will never give him a platform, because every time he speaks in enough, it means that their plan to say that non-Muslims should be eradicated, that only Muslims should be appointed. Do you hear that? Only Muslims should be appointed. So if he is speaking as a non-Muslim, that goes against their plan. Are you hearing me? That goes against their plan. So when he's talking about let's plan and everything else, he is nothing but, like I said, humbled slave. Let's go on.
The reality is that we want to cooperate, but you must take us along, and we all must be serious and be seen to be doing the right thing.
All right, let's take a breather.
Let me just quickly. Somebody, Africa First, well said. Maybe Akeredolu plans on going into exile, or maybe will take up a cow passport and live in Fulani land. Yes, he should go and do that. He will know that he himself knows that if he were to go and live in Fulani land Even as the most, look, we had we had a Yoruba man, I can't remember his name, many years ago. He was killed. He's a Yoruba man in the north. I've forgotten his name. He was killed by a Fulani, one of his workers, Fulani. He was jailed, but the deed was already done. They killed that man. A devout Muslim, believed in everything that was done, but they killed him. And there's a message in there for us. So those of you who you think, oh, I'm a governor, look, it doesn't matter that you're a governor. The fact that you're a Yoruba man is what they want to eradicate. Don't take my word for it. They want to eradicate. They are going to eradicate it. It is here. I will keep reminding you till you all wake up. Governors, you are sitting on a time bomb. I'm telling you. You are sitting on a powdered keg that these guys are set off to go off at a particular time. You know, proverbial is, I'm speaking metaphorically, of course. That's what I'm saying. So don't tell me I'm speaking metaphorically in case people start going to report the broadcast, because I'm saying metaphorically. Those governors, they are the Fulanese. They stick as close to the southern governors as possible. They have people who watch their every move. The same Fulani who is laughing at you will set people. Look at what happened to Governor Tom. Look at what happened to him. Thankfully, he survived. But that is the reality of what many in the South, many Southwestern governors are going to face. And let's be realistic. That's what it is. So, well said. Well said, Africa First. Chien, they already threatened that they will be going in after Southern governors. Exactly. So you took the words out of my mouth, Chinye. You know, they've threatened. So this is not something. This is not hearsay. These are facts. So Southern governors, to a man, you better all wake up. Governor Autumn is trying, but I'm telling even Governor Autumn, stop believing in one Nigeria. You need to go for middleweight nation. You must, because that one Nigeria, I hope it doesn't kill you. I hope they don't kill you in the process of you trying to believe in one Nigeria, because the one Nigeria is a Fulanized sultanate. Very clear to all. You must understand that. You are not a Fulani man, and you are not a Muslim. And that's the fact. These are the facts. Now let's listen on.
Because when we come back, I'm going to also seek for your knowledge as a senior lawyer in the land with a lot of experience.
Let's forward it.
You're also a governor, so this helps the conversation.
Let's forward it.
Staying with us, Governor Rotimi Akeredolu is our guest tonight on the program. And the issue of security, which is a major concern for every Nigerian, is our conversation, the thrust of our conversation tonight. Thank you so much, Your Excellency, for your time tonight. I mean, as a senior lawyer in the nation, many Nigerians have asked for some legal ways of resolving what has been described as an uneven structure of our nation.
Now let's listen to this bit. After that, I'll make a call to the person who called earlier.
The ruling party APC to
I'll add them to the call.
Country, or even make it a national.
And please, you can call in on the number on the screen.
Emergency.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, a number of us, no doubt, believe that there must be the issue of the structure of this country must be addressed. We are not running away from that fact. And as you know, even in our...
The only way the structure of this country can be addressed is if there is an immediate tear-up of the constitution and the local government areas, and it is redrawn according to the wishes of the people. Not the imposed wishes of the Fulanese, the people who live in that area. The Fulanese have been forcing themselves on all of us. And that is the reason why we know that it is no longer doable. It is no longer. We are going for Yoruba nation. It says on the back of my on the words behind me, Yoruba sovereignty. Now, with Afaramo Minira Ile Odua. So let me just I'm just trying to just read as I speak to you. So it is not negotiable. This is not negotiable in any way, shape, or form. We're not even. It's not even a discussion. Forget it. Forgive me if my face goes a little bit here and there. I'm trying to make things work, but it's proving a bit difficult. But just bear with me. So we're just trying to make sure we get the thing working. 1 second, please. 1 second. Let me just make sure. I'm not quite sure what's happened there. Can you all see me? All right. 1 second. Let me just. I'm just trying to make adjustment to it. So, like I said, one of the things that we're saying here. And we're saying it categorically. Sorry, I know my head looks a bit funny without the head, but the message is what I wanted you to see. Right, okay. Right, here we go. So, you got the message behind me. Hang on. So, what we are trying to do is to make sure that you get the uninterrupted message. 1 second, please. I'm going to make sure we get this right. Okay, what are we doing? Good. Okay, so the message is clear. There is no room for restructuring, no room for regional devolution. We're going for Yoruba nation now. Biafra nation will stand. No, this is too late. That ship has sailed a long time ago. Please share this broadcast. So let's go ahead.
Constitution, restructuring is fundamental there.
It's too late. Forget restructuring. We're going. Yoruba nation is here to stay. Biafra nation is here to stay. Middle Belt nation is here to stay. And all the other ones. And the Hausas, we encourage you to go and get back your land from the Fulanis. The Fulanis have told their people from all over Africa, from Senegal, from Gambia, from all to come and make contraction Nigeria their home at the expense of you, the original owners, Middle Beltans, Benue, thief people, have been displaced in their own land. They are now living as they are living in IDP camps in Benue. And they will not, the federal government of Nigeria, the Fulani government of Nigeria will not allow their case to be heard on the floor of the National Assembly. Ahmed Wase, who they say is the deputy, in truth, he is the speaker. He is the de facto speaker. He did not wait for confirmation from Femi Gbajabiamila. Have you heard Femi Gbajabiamila say anything contrary to what Ahmed Wase said? Have you heard it? If you have heard Femi Gbajabiamila say anything contrary to what Ahmed Wase said, let us know. Because he cannot. Because Femi Gbajabiamila is a Yoruba man. He cannot speak. He cannot speak against the Fulanis. Because the Fulanis have made themselves Lord above all else. The Fulanis have made themselves the first above all else. The Fulani are, in their own eyes, first-class citizens in Nigeria. And in that type of Nigeria, we, the Yoruba nation, we want no part of it. That is why we are justified to go for Yoruba nation. If you want to make yourself first-class citizen above everyone else, then keep that in your own nation, Fulani. Do that in your nation. You are not doing it in Yoruba nation. You are not doing it in Biafra nation. You are not doing it in the Middle Belt. We will resist you. We will resist you 1000%. Not what by all the means that we need to resist the injustice, the imposition that you are placing on our heads. We will resist you. I'm not seeing any move from Middle Belt. Same here, Chinye. Exactly. They need to act. And that's why we are calling. That's why it's sail Tete. Exactly, Chinye. Absolutely. It don't sail Tete. So any talk by this guy about restructuring, that's a waste of time. You cannot say, look behind me. Behind me it says Yoruba nation, Yoruba sovereign. Now, Afaramo Ominira Ile Omokaro Ojire. No Nigerian elections in Yoruba territory in 2023. There will be no Nigerian elections in Yoruba territory in 2023. We don't want it. Because any election would simply give credence to the fraudulent, give yet more credence to the fraudulent constitution called fraudulent 1999 constitution and the fraudulent local government authorities. This has to be dismantled. We want no part of contraction Nigeria where the Fulanis believe 100% that they are the first-class citizens and everybody else is second class. We don't want part of it. We don't want any part of that. We are justified in going for Oduduwa nation, you know? Yeah. So please continue to subscribe and share this platform, share this broadcast. Now let's listen on to what they say. I'll forward it a little bit because there's a bit.
the issue is, why is it difficult?
You see?
It shouldn't be difficult.
You see, excuses.
And I believe that where the best time to do it is now. And
do what? Do what?
Because by His grace, Mr. President is running his second term, and Mr. President can, if there is a will, there'll be a way, and this can be done. And so,
let me let you in on a secret, Governor Akeredolu. You're the humble slave. You see, you are displaying what I like to term the humble slave syndrome. Let me put it here for you. It seems you didn't get the memo. So you're not. No way are you a great warrior. No way. Lie. You for where? I beg. Now, you are suffering from what is called humble slave syndrome. So let's pick not that one. Let me do this for you. I'm trying to show you. So Governor Akeredolu, yeah, just so you understand, you are suffering from what is known as humbled slave syndrome. You will do everything to please the Fulanis at the expense of your people because you are trying to curry favor from the Fulanis. So you are suffering from the humbled slave syndrome. That's what you're suffering from. And that is why everything you're saying, you are even saying, wait, second term, Fulani. Buhari is making the whole governance Fulani. Do you get it? A southerner, you will never have a chance in that place. And you have to convert. And even when you convert, they will find a way to get rid of you. I don't know if you heard. Ahmadu Bello said that Nigeria is his grandfather's estate. And they will not stop until it gets to the Atlantic Ocean. We Yorubas, I urge every Yoruba man, we need to raise a petition, we need to start renaming. We must rename Ahmadu Bello Way or Bafemi Awolowo Way. Because that is the man in Yoruba nation. He is the man that has built many things that the blueprint that we are now going to put in action. Obafemi Awolowo. So we need to get rid of Ahmadu Bello Way from Victoria Island because it's a symbol of their land grab that they will not stop until get there, and we must resist it. We must resist it 1,000%. Now let's listen on to this nonsense. But let's listen on. Hang on. But we are challenging it every step of the way. That's the key point to make here. So let me just go back here. Now, here we go. So listen on.
Some of us believe that, look, it is important for us to do it.
To do what?
And for all. And let everybody come to the table, make your case.
To do what?
Yes, I know that at the National Assembly level, a number of things being done on amendment to the Constitution.
To do what?
Bring it out, let people know what you are doing. Because at the end of the day, what National Assembly will arrive at might at least solve some of the problems.
It's not. We are going for Yoruba Nation. Yoruba Nation now.
We'll have to, about fiscal federalism and co.
We're not interested. No, all of that is all talk. In fact, I think it's been coached on what to say. It's been coached on what to say. What is fiscal federalism? In the face of the fraudulent Nigerian constitution. In the face of the fraudulent legal government area constitution drawings by the military, all of it at the hands of the military. And there is no talk of referendum in all of this. No talk of referendum. Yet again, an imposition on the people. There is no talk of referendum. That is the clearest clue. There is no talk of referendum. No, you heard me. You heard it here. There is no talk of referendum. And that is why we must go for Yoruba Nation, Biafra Nation, Middle Belt Nation. And the Hausas must go for their own nation and kick out the Fulanis. Kick out the Fulanis because the Fulanis have made Hausa slaves in their own land. And we are going to resist it 1,000% in Yoruba land, in Biafra and the Middle Belt.
And I think it's even one of those issues that has been taken at the National Assembly. But I'm not too sure people are ready to wait for National Assembly to conclude their own process. They want to listen to us and say, okay, there's a buy-in by the government on this restructuring, and that our party is ready. The party is, I believe, if it's in our constitution or is part of our manifesto, then we'll push it through. But I know that people are...
So it's frozen there. So they were trying to reach him back. So let me just forward it.
One concern, Governor.
So let me just make sure I get that right. Sorry about that. So it's a bit too loud. So here we go. Carry on. 1 second, please. I'll just make it change. You'll be back again. So
perhaps is the fact that this is an urgent matter and that it requires urgent action of the government. But you have said that the president will take up this matter. He should have the will because he's spending his second term in office. So the question is, you've given us some kind of...
The president, as is always, is never live.
Should it
always audio.
Be a matter of national emergency, something that is urgent, that needs to be tackled immediately? All right. I guess there seems to be some connection issues with Governor Akeredolu there. But of course, the conversation with him is about national security in the country and how we need to go about it. He was speaking earlier on the issue of the legal ways of resolving our national issues. He believes that there needs to be a multi-level security approach.
No, we're going for Yoruba Nation. It's too late. We're going for Yoruba Nation. It's too late.
We've been asking restructuring as being one thing that people have clamored for. Why is it difficult for this government, the ruling party, to make that happen? And so we're speaking about that before we lost that connection with Governor Akeredolu. But we hope that we'll be able to reconnect with him in a short while. But of course, there are other issues that we'll be talking to the governor about, and it has to do with some of the agitations that we have seen in the southwestern region of the country. There's been some group who are agitating for a Yoruba nation. What does that mean?
Listen now.
To the governor. I understand that he's with us now. Governor, I was asking that shouldn't it be a matter of urgency, a matter of national emergency in the National Assembly if we have a major problem of insecurity on our hands?
So it froze here. Now, I'm going to wait at this point.
All right. Yet again, technology, there you go.
Let me hold that. Now, there was a call that came earlier on. I do apologize I didn't take the call. Now, let's see if the person, if they would like to, I'm going to give them a call back because we had Pastor Okebe on OC on the line at the time and we couldn't take the call. Now, let's try and see if we can bring the person on board and let them have a few words about if they have any ideas. Okay, I'm going to add that now. I don't know if they want to talk. Sorry. I hope I do apologize. It took us some time. If you're able to watch, if you want to join us, we are live now on CitizenAY. I don't know if you want to talk to us live because I'm live right now. But you called and I missed the call and I thought I'd call you back. So, hello. Okay. But ẹgbọn sókè. Ẹ̀kalẹ̀ mbesa. Ẹnlẹ́ o.
Ṣé orúkọ tèmi ni Quadri.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sà, bẹ́ẹ̀ni, mo ti rí.
Oyèdélé.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sà. Ẹ ṣeun.
Bí ọ̀rọ̀ ìtúnṣe Nàìjíríà wà yìí bó ṣe lọ báyìí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
A ti bá àwọn olórí wa. A bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀, àwọn tí a lè bá sọ̀rọ̀ nínú wọn, a bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀. Because bí àwọn president wa tó ń ṣe sọ́n sí báyìí, lórí níṣẹ́ báyìí, nǹkan tí Chief Olóyè Sunday Igboho tí wọ́n ń jà fún àǹfààní ara wa ni o.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni o.
Fún àǹfààní ara wa ni kò sí tẹlómi o. Because tá a bá gba òmìnira ara wa ní ìsìn báyìí, àwọn ọmọ kékeré tá à ń bọ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ìgbà táwọn àti wá fi dọjọ́ iwájú tiwa á lè wá easy fún wa. Ẹ̀yin náà wò ní Israel àti àwọn sẹ́nítọ̀ kan tẹ́nìkan gba bí 50 million lóṣù 30 million lóṣù. Àwọn àtàwọn tá a jẹ́ kékeré tá à ń bọ̀ lẹ́yìn ọ̀nà wo làwọn náà fẹ́ gbà.
Àwọn náà ni ìbéèrè ńlá lẹ bèrè.
Bí àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà bí wọ́n ṣe gba gbogbo wa tí wọ́n yọ wá kúrò ní gbogbo ìṣòro tó gbọ́ wá báyìí. Ní ìsìnbá Nàìjíríà a fẹ́ ra ráìsì abọ́ kan báyìí 1,000 pure water ní ìsìn báyìí 20 naira kí ló dé.
kí la ṣe.
kí ló dé. àwọn èèyàn wa tán wà lókè òkun gbogbo nǹkan náà fi ń tẹ́ wọn lọ́rùn bí tán wà.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
orí wà làwọn orí kankan gbogbo Nàìjíríà délé a tún ní nǹkan jù wọ́n lọ níbi tán wà.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
ọrọ̀ ajé tiwa Nàìjíríà ó ju tiwọn lọ bí tí wọ́n wà náà.
ó jùlọ gan pàápàá gan.
kán dákun kán bá wa fi ọwọ́ sowọ́pọ̀ fún bàbá wa olóyè Sunday Ìgbòho Ọlọ́run sì ràn wọ́n lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run ní fi wọ́n lẹ̀ o.
àmì àṣẹ ẹ ṣeun.
oníkálùkù bá dáwọ́lé Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kó wọ́n yọrí sí dáadáa o.
àmì àṣẹ ẹ ṣeun gan ni ẹ ṣeun Kúdìrísà ẹ ṣeun. ẹjọ́ kẹ́ tó lọ ṣẹ́dá ààyè mú kan fẹ́ bí yín kí lẹ rí sí ọ̀rọ̀ tí Akérédolú sọ lálẹ́ yìí torí ó sọ pé àwọn fọwọ́ sí pé ká pín ìlú kí lẹ rí sí sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn.
ṣe rí ọ̀rọ̀ Akérédolú yẹn mi mọ nǹkan tó rí tó fi sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ o because ó ní Ondo state ó lóun ò lọ́wọ́ sí Yorùbá nation.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni o.
ó lóun ò lọ́wọ́ sí pápá l'Ondo state nítorí ó ní kò dẹ̀ sí ẹni tó tì tó bẹ́ẹ̀ láì tí ì fọwọ́ sí kó gbé kó wá lẹ pósítà tó kó wá lẹ sábọ̀dù kankan bẹ́ẹ̀ báyìí. ìgbà tí mi náà wo kinní yẹn tí mo wò dáadáa lórí fóònù mi mo gbọ́ kírẹ́tìkì gọ́vnà lè sọ báyìí jáde. gbogbo àwọn lọ́ba náà fọwọ́ sí náà.
gbogbo wọn ni o.
lọ́ba náà fọwọ́ sí.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n wọn táwọn Canada àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n wọn táwọn Germany gbogbo wọn náà fọwọ́ sí. wọ́n fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ fún bàbá wa Sunday olóyè Ìgbòho ni.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni o.
ìwà ló dé. bọ̀ kán bá wa bẹ gọ́vnà wa o kán fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ kí ìlú Yorùbá ìlú wa náà kí ìlú wa náà lè dá ni o.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
tá a bá ń lọ Kánò tá a ń lọ Mínà tá a máa wọnú train èsì ó fẹ́ lé wa lórí kò sí gálọ̀pù ń bẹ̀.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
bàbá à ń bọ̀ láti Ìbàdàn lọ sí Òṣogbo.
ẹ má sọ̀rọ̀ lọ ẹ má sọ̀rọ̀ lọ mo kàn fẹ́ máa pè yín lẹ́yìn ẹ̀yin má sọ̀rọ̀ lọ ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ ṣe ń ṣókí ẹ ṣeun.
à ń bọ̀ láti Ìbàdàn à ń bọ̀ wá sí Òṣogbo.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
mọ́tò tá a gbé bó ṣe dáa tó náà a sì ń bọ̀ lu gálọ́ọ̀pù náà. ẹ̀yin náà bá wo ẹ wo nọ́ọ̀tì ẹ wo ilẹ̀ Haúsá ẹ wo gbogbo ẹ wo títì tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ wo sí ti wá bí báyìí.
wọ́n ti sọ wá de kú ẹrú.
àwọn Fúlàní yẹn wọ́n ti sọ àwa Yorùbá di nǹkan mi o kí àwọn ìjọba wa kí wọ́n ràn wọ́n lọ́wọ́. ààrẹ wa Muhammadu Buhari Ọlọ́run ọba yóò bá wọn fún lálàáfíà Ọlọ́run ní fi wọ́n lẹ̀.
àgbọ̀yé ẹ ṣeun.
ilẹ̀ Yorùbá Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ ó dàrú o.
àmì àṣẹ.
kí bàbá wa Gani Adams àwọn náà kú gbìyànjú gbogbo akitiyan náà la rí.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni ẹ ṣeun.
Ọlọ́run ràn ọgbọ́n náà lọ́wọ́.
ẹ ṣeun gan ni Kúdìdé ẹ ṣeun fún èròǹgbà yín ẹ ṣeun gan ni àtúmọ̀rin bá sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ ṣeun. Bye. So basically he was surprised about what Governor Akeredolu said. He's been diplomatic in some respects. I'm sure he probably wanted to say more, but he's been diplomatic in the way he answered the question. But I understand. Many of us understand that you cannot just approach this thing from that point of view. So there's another caller we're bringing on board now, and she's going to say a few things. And she called earlier on. I wanted to bring her on board. Hey, Eka Lembe. Good evening. Good evening to you. Good evening, Eka Lembe.
Ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi gbogbo tẹ́ wà lórí afẹ́fẹ́ Ọlọ́run á kó wa délẹ̀ lérí o.
Àmín àṣẹ.
Ó ọmọ náà kò ní o, ò ní súnmọ́, ò ní símọ́ yẹ o.
Àmín àṣẹ.
Báwa Akérédolú, gómìnà Ondo, ẹ má ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe tó. Ilé ni kẹ́ ẹ wò, bíkọ́ mo mọ̀ pé bí ètò ẹ máa ń gbọ́ wa, ẹ máa ń gbọ́ gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń sọ. Ọmọ Yorùbá ni yín, ẹ̀yin Haúsá, gbogbo nǹkan lónìí àti àsìkò. Akérédolú ẹ̀wẹ̀ ẹ̀yìn wò. Ẹ̀wẹ̀ ẹ̀yìn wò. Ẹ má jẹ́ kí wọ́n sì yín rí oko àánú lẹ́ ń lọ.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ta ni wọ́n ṣépè fún nínú ìran ọmọ Yorùbá tí wọ́n ní olórí òótọ́ sí nítorí yẹ kẹ́ ẹ máa rò nìyẹn. Ẹ máa rò ó. Kò sẹ́ni tí òwú kó dé ipò gíga. ẹ má jẹ́ kí wọ́n máa fi ẹ̀kọ́ tanná fún yín jẹ gbogbo ẹ̀yin olóṣèlú wa gbogbo ẹ̀yin governors wa ẹ̀wẹ̀ ẹ̀yìn wò ó tàn yín ni wọ́n bá ń tàn yín ẹ mọ́ tàbẹ́lẹ̀
ẹ̀tàn ni
wọ́n bá ń tàn yín ẹ mọ́ tàn kándù ẹ̀wẹ̀ ẹ̀yìn wò gbogbo nǹkan ló ní ìgbà àti àsìkò tí àsìkò bá ti kọjá àṣẹjú kan báyìí ó máa ń wà difficult láti rí mú. Ẹ padà sẹ́yìn àwọn aláwùsá ń tàn yín ni wọn ò lóòótọ́. Èmi tí mo ń bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ yìí mo bá Hausa gbé mo mọ bí ìran wọn ṣe rí ẹ̀ẹ̀kan ẹlẹ́tàn ni wọ́n.
Àwọn Fúlàní.
Mo bá gbogbo wọn gbé àti Fúlàní àtàwùsá gbogbo wọn mo bá gbé ẹlẹ́tàn ni wọn ò ní òótọ́. Kò sí òótọ́ nínú ìgbésí ayé wọn. Àwọn ló máa ń dúró lórí ìrẹ́jẹ. Ẹ̀yin náà ẹ bójú wo gbogbo ẹ̀yin governors wa tẹ́ ń gbọ́ mi ẹ máa ń lúgọ sórí ètò àwọn bàbá wa ẹ máa ń gbọ́ gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń sọ. Ẹ̀yin náà ẹ wò bí wọ́n ṣe ń rúùlù wa ṣé bí wọ́n ṣe ń ṣe ìlú nìyẹn gbogbo àwọn ìlú tí ò tó wa yíká ẹ wò bí wọ́n ṣe rí ẹ bí ìlú tiwa ṣe rí ṣé orí yóò dá lẹ́yìn fẹ́ kúlé ẹ mọ̀ kù sórí yóò dá. Ẹ padà sẹ́yìn kẹ́yìn gan tún ìlú tiyín ṣe. Ẹ kú lòrò ní one Nàìjíríà kò sí nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ one Nàìjíríà.
Kò sí o.
Kò ẹ̀tàn ní one Nàìjíríà.
Ẹ̀tàn ni o.
Ẹ̀tàn ni wọ́n kàn ń lò wá bí ẹrú ni ṣé bó ṣe yẹ kọ́dọ̀ tiyín rí lórí yẹn ẹ gbogbo ẹsẹ̀ bẹ́yìn náà ń káàkiri gbogbo ilẹ̀ Haúsá ẹ bójú wọ̀dọ̀ tiwọn ẹ wò bó ṣe rí. Tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ pé gbogbo nǹkan tí wọ́n fi ń túnlù wọn ṣe orí ilẹ̀ tiwọn ni wọ́n ṣe mú. Ṣé ẹ̀yin sẹ́yìn òtó ẹ̀yin kẹ́yìn máa jókòó gbogbo ẹ̀yin governors wa ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá jókòó nínú yàrá yín ẹ máa bira yín léèrè pé ṣé ipò president ṣé kò tọ́ sẹ́mi ni. Tẹ́ bá ti ń bira yín léèrè question yẹn nínú yàrá yín ẹ mọ̀ nǹkan tó tọ́ láti ṣe. Pé ipò táwọn Fúlàní yìí ń dù lọ́lúwèsì tó jẹ́ pàwọn làwọn fẹ́ máa wà on top ṣé kò tọ́ sí èmi tí mo jọ́ ọmọ Yorùbá ni. Sẹ́mi ò tó pàṣẹ ni ó tó kẹ́mi náà máa pàṣẹ lórí ìlú tẹ́ bá ti ń ro kinní yẹn pé èmi o àsọmọ Yorùbá o èmi náà fẹ́ máa pàṣẹ lórí nǹkan mi ò lè gbà kẹ́nìkan kan pàṣẹ fún mi lórí nǹkan mi torí náà ẹ ń rìn sùn sẹ́yìn ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ padà sílé. Akérédolú ẹ mọ̀ tanra yín kẹ́ ẹ lérò pé ń tanra ìlú ẹgbẹ́ national anthem Odùduwà ẹgbẹ́ lọ sí Oǹdó ẹ lọ kọ́ ó di 9 minutes ẹni wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ lẹ pósítà ẹ fẹ́rẹ́ nìkan kan kó campaign sẹ́rípẹ̀ ń tanra yín.
Ẹ̀tàn nìyẹn o.
Oníyà ni ó jẹ́ tó pọ̀ o Akérédolú oníyà ni ó jẹ́ tó pọ̀ nǹkan tẹ̀ ń ṣe yẹn ọ̀dàlẹ̀ ó ń dalẹ̀. Ọ̀dàlẹ̀ ó ń dalẹ̀ o. Tẹ́ bá lẹ̀ ń tan àwọn èèyàn yín ẹ̀ tan àwa tá a jẹ́ èèyàn yín lọ́mọ Yorùbá o ara yín lẹ̀ ń tan o. Ẹ má wàá lérò wípé tó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ tán ìran Fúlàní ó gbà yín o ìran Fúlàní ò ní gbà yín tọwọ́ tẹsẹ̀ o wọ́n fẹ́ fi ìyà gidi wọ́n fẹ́ fi jẹ yín. Bìkọ́ tíwájú ò bá ṣe ń lọ tẹ́yìn ò ṣe padà sí ẹ mọ ibi tó máa já sí o. Ẹ mọ ibi tó máa já sí o. Ẹ wo iye ìran wa lọ́mọ Yorùbá tó ti kú lórí lórí mo ṣeéṣeéṣe yìí láti gbà ayé bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀ ẹ wò bá ṣe ń tẹ̀lé wọn lẹ́yìn tí ò dẹ̀ sí àyípadà kankan kí ló dé kò sí àyípadà. Ẹ wo àìmọye àwọn ọ̀dọ́ wa ẹ wò bí wọ́n ṣe ń tàrà káàkiri kí ló dé tàánú òṣè yín ṣé ẹ ní omi àánú lára ni.
Kò tiẹ̀ dáa kò dáa.
Tẹ́yìn ò ní omi àánú lára ni.
Kò tiẹ̀ bọ́ sí.
Ìran tí wọn ò ń ṣèràn Haúsá ìran wọn ò ń ṣèràn àlùmọ́ngìrì. Àwọn ò ń ṣe àlùmọ́ngìrì. Mo pé láàrin àwọn Fúlàní àlùmọ́ngìrì wọn máa ń ṣe wọn lọ sí skul. A lot of things ni wọ́n kọ́ nínú culture tàwa Yorùbá. Ìgbà tẹ́mi sì wà nílé Haúsá àtọmọ ọdún 8 sọmọ ọdún 9 ni wọ́n ti máa ń ti ọmọkùnrin wọn síta. Wọ́n ń tọ́jú ọmọkùnrin wọn. Gbogbo nǹkan tó dá wàhálà lẹ̀ lónìí nù. Torí àìmọye wọn ni ò lọ sí sùkúù. Wọn ò kàwé. Ọmọ tí ò bá dé kàwé nìyí ó máa dẹ̀ tó bá kàwé láàmú ni. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí òwe bàbá wa Awólọ́wọ̀. Bọ́mọ tá a tọ́ ọ̀ wá disturb tí wọ́n tọ́. Wọ́n disturb bàdẹ́nì. Kí ló dé tẹ̀yìn náà tún wá fẹ́ ra tẹ̀lé gbogbo ẹ̀yin governors wa gbogbo ìyà tá à ń jẹ sí àánú mẹ̀kúnnù ò tiẹ̀ ṣe yín ni ṣé báwọn mẹ̀kúnnù yìí ló dé ní tó gbé yín wọlé. Kí ló dé tó jẹ́ pé ẹ̀ ní omi àánú lára.
Kò kàn wọ́n o.
Ẹ má ta ìran yín tẹ́ bá ta ìran yín ní kọ́bọ̀ lẹ́ni ẹ̀ lè ríra ń tọ́rọ́ lọ́la.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni òdodo ọ̀rọ̀.
Tẹ́ bá ta ìran yín ìyà tí ó jẹ yín kò ń ṣe ìyà kékeré.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
ẹ wo gbogbo ẹ̀jẹ̀ tí wọ́n ń tà ńlẹ̀ tí wọ́n ń tà sílẹ̀ jòjúmọ́ kí ló dé tá a lè pín yà kó kálukú lọ́nlọ́ ẹ̀.
kálukú máa lọ́nlọ́ ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ni o.
sógun nílé ayé ni. ilé ayé òun sógun kálukú ló wá sílé ayé kálukú lọ́lọ́run sì ṣẹ̀dá orí ilẹ̀ tiẹ̀ fún. orí ilẹ̀ tí wọn ó ní nǹkan tọ́lọ́run fi ta wọ́n lọ́rẹ orí ilẹ̀ tí wọn ó ní nǹkan tọ́lọ́run fi ta wá lọ́rẹ. kí ló dé tá a fẹ́ fi pínyà ibi tó yẹ kẹ́yìn náà ó ti rò nìyẹn. ó yẹ kẹ́ ẹ jókòó kẹ́ ẹ bẹ́lẹ́dà yín sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́yìn gọ́fúnọ̀sì wa. ó yẹ kẹ́yìn gan jókòó kẹ́ ẹ bẹ́lẹ́dà yín sọ̀rọ̀. pé kí ló dé táwọn ẹni gan fi sọ pé àlè pínyà kí nìdí.
pé kí ló dé kí ni ó fà á.
kí ló dé kò yẹ kó lè rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ̀yin gọ́fúnọ̀sì wẹ̀ ronú ẹ jókòó ẹ pera yín jọ gbogbo nǹkan ló ní ìgbà àti àsìkò tẹ́ ẹ wà yìí lọ́lọ́run fún yín ní opportunity láti gbé ìgbésẹ̀ tó bá yẹ kẹ́ ẹ gbé ní kíákíá ẹ mọ̀ tanra yín bìkọ́ tó Fúlàní bá tàn yín tẹ́ bá ti lè kó sínú páńpẹ́ wọn ẹ kó síbẹ̀ nìyẹn wọ́n máa fi ìyà láyà àyà wọ́n máa fi jẹ yín torí wọn ò ní òótọ́ ẹ̀yìn ara tiwọn ni wọ́n sì máa ń wà tẹ́yìn bá wò ní sí gbogbo ìgbésẹ̀ tá à ń gbé ìpátá ẹ̀yìn ara tiwọn ni wọ́n sì ń tẹ̀lé àwọn ò ní ẹ̀ bà tẹ̀lé yín tó bá dágbá ó gbogbo ẹ̀yin gọ́fúnọ̀sì wa Dr. Ṣèyí ẹnjìnìà Ṣèyí Mákindé ẹ̀ ń gbọ́ mi Akérédolú ẹ̀ ń gbọ́ mi gbogbo yín pátá ẹ̀yin gọ́fúnọ̀sì tiwa gbogbo yín pátá lẹ̀ ń gbọ́ mi tó bá dágbáwó ẹ̀yin nìkan ni ó kù. ẹ má jẹ́ káwọn àrọ́mọdọ́mọ yín ó jẹ ìyà tí ò yẹ kí wọ́n ó jẹ torí iṣẹ́ tẹ́ ẹ bá ṣe é lé àwọn ọmọ yín máa kẹsàn rẹ̀.
àṣẹ kì í ṣe pé.
wọ́n kẹsàn gbogbo wa tẹ́ ẹ bá wù tẹ́ ẹ bá lọ tán gbogbo wa pátá là á lọ ní kọ̀ọ̀kan. ẹ máa ronú tẹ̀yìn tàwọn ọmọ tiyín káwọn ọmọ tiyín ó má jìyà lọ́jọ́ ọ̀la. ẹ má jẹ́ kí wọ́n máa nàkọ́ ọ̀dàlẹ̀ sáwọn ọmọ yín ní gbogbo ibi tí wọ́n bá dé. ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ tàran Yorùbá ẹ má ta ìran tiyín ni ìran tiyín. Awúsá ò ní ever consider yín títí kó consider tiyín ju ìran tiẹ̀ lọ ẹ má jẹ́ wọ́n tàn yín. Fúlàní ò ní consider ọmọ kò ní consider tiyín ju ìran tiẹ̀ lọ Fúlàní wọ́n máa ẹlẹ́tàn ni wọ́n ò ní òótọ́. wọn ò ní òótọ́ ẹ bójú wẹ̀yìn kẹ́ ẹ mọ nǹkan tẹ́ ń ṣe ẹ mọ́ tanra yín ẹ mọ́ tanra yín kò sẹ́ńtì nǹkan tó dá òwú gbogbo nǹkan tí wọ́n bá wa ṣe yìí tó bá jẹ́ pé lórí ilẹ̀ wọn làwa ti lọ bá wọn làwọn ti ń bá wa ṣe làwa ti ń bá wọn ṣe wọn ó ti pa wá ní kọ̀ọ̀kan tán kò sẹ́ni tó tó bẹ́ẹ̀ lórí ilẹ̀ wọn àwọn ló ń pàṣẹ lórí ilẹ̀ wọn ẹ̀yin ò lè lọ sórí ilẹ̀ tiwọn kẹ́yìn máa lọ pàṣẹ ẹ má jẹ́ kéèdì àṣàṣì ẹ má jẹ́ kó mú yín kò ń ṣe ojú lásán Dr. Akeredolu Gọ́vnà Akeredolu kò ń sojú lásán ṣe bẹ́yìn lẹ ti gbé national anthem wa lẹ títẹ̀ ti gbé lọ sóńdó ó ṣe wá jẹ́ pé nísìnyí tẹ̀ wá sọ pé kò rárá kò possible èdè ní àṣàṣì burúkú ni ẹ má jẹ́ káṣàṣì ó mú yín ẹ má jẹ́ kéèdì ó mú yín gbogbo àwọn lọ́balọ́ba ló ti tẹ̀lé wa gbogbo àìmọye ìlú ló ti tẹ̀lé wa lẹ́yìn gbogbo àwọn tá a wà lókè òkun fẹ́ padà wá sílé ìyà yìí tó gẹ́ ẹ bá wa fòpin sí ẹ bá wa fòpin sí ẹ má jẹ́ kátàjò gbé sájò kò sẹ́ńtì nǹkan tó dá òwú gbogbo nǹkan lọ́lọ́run fi ta wá lórí ilẹ̀ wa gbogbo ẹ̀yin gọ́fúnọ̀sì wa ẹ jẹ́ ká rí ilé padà sí kí ló dé tó jẹ́ pé gbogbo òràn ọmọ aládé gbogbo òràn Yorùbá ló ń kú sẹ́yìn odi ẹ má jẹ́ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká rí ilé padà sí ẹ̀yin gọ́fúnọ̀sì wa ẹ forí korí ẹ fi kùn lukùn ẹ jáwọ́nú àpọ̀n tí ó yọ ẹ gbómi lágídí kaná ẹ mọ́ tanra yín Fúlàní ń tàn yín ni torí wọ́n ti rí gbogbo nǹkan tó lọ ń fún yín lórí ilẹ̀ yín nígbà tí wọ́n ń pòwe fún yín tí wọ́n ń sọ pé we are born to rule ó yẹ kó tiẹ̀ ti yé yín wọ́n bí àwọn láti máa kọ̀máǹdì yín ni wọ́n dẹ̀ fẹ́ kọ̀máǹdì yín lọ́jọ́ ọkú ni tó yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ bó lọ́bọ́ ṣe sorí tí náà kí o ṣe bá a ṣe bẹ́rù lábọ́ mọ́ nínú ìran àwa Yorùbá àwọn òun figbá kan bọ̀ kan nú a máa ń ṣe àlejò gẹ́gẹ́ bí onílé ni Fúlàní ò ní ṣe yín bí onílé bí àlejò náà wọ́n ṣe máa tírìtì yín gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń fèsì kẹ́yìn gómìnà yìí tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá forí korí fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ fi kùn lukùn ìyà gidi bàbá ńláyà yóò jẹ àwọn ọmọ yín níjọ́ iwájú ìyá láyà àyà gan yóò jẹ àwọn ọmọ yín kò sí iye mílíọ̀nù tẹ́lẹ̀ kó pamọ́ yóò tán o. Ọlọ́run ó wà pẹ̀lú wa o ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi kò ní bàjẹ́ o Ọlọ́run kò wá délẹ̀ lérí o bàbá mi sì ti ṣe é wẹ̀ Ọlọ́run kò délẹ̀ lérí gúngún o àkùrà wa délẹ̀ lórí àṣetì o ẹ kú iṣẹ́ ribiribi odò ọ̀gbẹ́ yín o ojú òní tì yín o ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ o bàbá mi ẹ kú ètò.
ẹ ṣeun wa ni ẹ ṣeun àtúmọ̀ bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ ó dà mà. So yes, so you had, that was in Yoruba. So like I said on the show, we will do largely in English, but we will put some Yoruba because we are Yoruba people in the end. So, and that's most important. But my Igbo brothers, she was really telling the governor, Akeredolu, to really remember that if he commits this treasonous act against his own people, he will leave a very bad legacy for his own children. So she was reminding him, remember who you are. Don't leave this bad terrible legacy for your children. Do not leave this terrible legacy for your children. But let's carry on. Thank you very much for those comments, ma. You're very, very welcome. They're very salient. We're asking Yoruba people to please, please, please wake up. It's time for us now for Yoruba Nation. So let's listen to what the final part stretch of Governor Akeredolu, and we will try and dissect that even further. Here we go.
We will, of course, get back to the governor as soon as that is resolved. But I guess we should take a break, everyone, and take a breather. And we'll hear from Governor Akeredolu about this agitation from the side.
Let's have a look at this. I don't want to waste too much time. Let's go back here. Now, the last stretch of what he said is what I'm interested in. Hang on, I'm just going to get that. We'll get that up anyway. So the last, what we want to do is we will listen to the... yeah, no need to appeal to him. Yeah, Africa first. I agree with you, I think, but I mean, it's just you know, to make sure that people see that we have you know, we've done what the very best we could to try and make sure we appeal to. Now, here we go. Hang on, let's put it here. Now, 1 second, please. Let me just get this right. No. 1 second, please. I want to make sure we get this right because it's okay. 1 second. It will get there in the end. We will get there
when we have this kind of very important conversations. But let's quickly get the view of Governor Akeredolu on that matter of the Yoruba Nation agitation. I was asking, Governor, does that unsettle you in any way?
No.
As regarding the Yoruba Nation agitation that we've heard and seen in the last few days.
That when I talked to where you are, whether it was affecting me, what I said was very clearly that there are a group of individuals who are raising this issue, and they're entitled to it. Everybody is entitled to take his own position, but when it comes to issue of a nation, or you want to leave a particular setup, there must be a consensus. Nobody can on his own just wake up and say speaking on behalf of others. Who gave them such powers? We have never ceded powers to people to speak on our behalf on matters of this importance. That's what we're saying.
Oh,
and
really?
A few people cannot just stand up one day and say to us, yes, Yorubas want a Yoruba nation. How? Where did you sit down to discuss this? With who and who? At what point in time?
Can you hear all of that? Can you hear the audacity? The same governor that adopted the song that I sing, you know, on Oduduwa TV radio, we were the first to actually to be singing the song. It was an Afenifere song. We made it a common song, a song that everybody now knows, because we sang it at the beginning of every show we did on Oduduwa TV radio. Every presenter would sing Iṣẹ́ wa fúnlẹ̀ wa fún orílẹ̀-èdè wa kágbéga 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 fáyé rí. Others followed us, including this governor, Ondo State governor. He adopted it as the state national anthem where everybody was singing it. This happened on Oduduwa TV radio with CitizenAY. This was a simple idea that everybody around the world are doing. And the fact that what is so annoying about this is that Governor Akeredolu adopted that anthem for the state. So it made us, that was tricking us to believe that you were with us on this struggle. And now it now comes out and says, who and who? Who and we, the people, have the right to self-determination, in case you didn't understand. You are speaking because the people have given you the power to speak. And you should be reflecting the will of the people, not your will. That's the problem. You're reflecting your will. You are trying to impose your will on the people when you should be listening to the will of Yoruba people. And you have failed. You have failed spectacularly, Governor Akeredolu and others like you. None of you governors. You are humble slaves. Akeredolu, Sanwo-Olu, Adapabiodun, what's his name? Governor Seyi Makinde, and the other two governors. You are all humble slaves. And the Kwara governor as well. In Kwara, as we speak, people are not allowed to, you cannot go to school as a Christian because the Muslims, and the Muslims, by the way, in Kwara State, what I want to say about Kwara State, in Kwara State, please don't believe that this is a struggle between Christians and Muslims, Yorubas. The Muslims who are fighting against Christians, they've taken on Yoruba names. They are Fulanis. Let us understand that. So when they see, and this is the design to create this distrust among Yorubas, that, oh, look, in Kwara State, Yorubas are fighting. No. Go and look at the people who are doing the fight. They are Fulanis. They've taken on Yoruba names. And they're now fighting against Yoruba people, Christian or Muslim. It's important to understand that. That's what they're doing. It is very, 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 very important to understand. Because what they're doing, if you go and look at them, some of the kings and things in those areas, let's check their names. Are they truly Yoruba or are they Fulani? We need to be very, very clear about these things. And this is why it is particularly disheartening to hear the words of the governor. Let's hear him again. Let's hear him again. Listen. Listen to this.
Set up. There must be a consensus. Nobody can on his own just wake up and say speaking on behalf of others. Who gave them such powers?
You see?
We have never ceded powers to people to speak on our behalf on matters of this importance.
You see?
That's what we're saying. That a few people cannot just stand up one day and say to us, yes, Yorubas want a Yoruba nation. How?
It was not a few people. There's a whole movement. We've been going at this for a long time. Well over a year now, we've been doing this. We've been on this struggle. The minute I realized that even when the court told the government to let go of Sowore, they wouldn't let go of Sowore. I understood that. Good evening. Good evening. Hello, caller. You're live on CitizenAY. Hello. Hello. Hello, caller.
Hello, sir.
Good evening. Yes. We are live right now on CitizenAY. What would you like to say? I'm going. Hello. I'm going. You. Network issues, I think. Sad. Can you hear us? We can hear you. I hope you can hear me. I believe it's probably calling from Nigeria. Sadly, that's a problem. So look. So like I said, this governor to come and start telling us who and who, we've been on this struggle. Like I said, when after the courts awarded Sowore 10 million naira, and he was to be freed from bail. And the government said, no, he needs to remain in Abuja. That was when I knew that I could not carry on with any belief in anything Nigeria. Because the government of the day did not have the respect for the constitution on which they were sworn on oath to serve the nation. Did you hear me? The government did not have any respect for the very constitution upon which they were sworn on oath to serve the citizens. They would not listen to the rules or the decisions made within that constitution. That was when we went and started shouting and started making enough noise about Yoruba nation. And we have a groundswell of people. Millions of Yoruba people are in support. So it's not the voice of a few. You got that spectacularly wrong, Governor Akeredolu, and any of the other governors. You got that spectacularly wrong. And history will not remember you kindly for your comments now. History will not remember any of the governors kindly for your part in enslaving your own people. History will not remember you kindly for your part in enslaving your own people, because your comment today has made it categorically clear that you are in support of a nation that is engaged in enslaving and killing Yoruba people. That much is clear. Let's listen on.
Where did you sit down to discuss this?
You see.
With who and who? At what point in time?
Again, as a governor, you are meant to speak for the people. You're supposed to go and be hearing the concerns of the people. Obviously, because you did not hear the concerns, you were too busy listening to the Fulani hegemony, the Fulani cabals who are controlling your mind, your thoughts on everything, and you ignored your people. And that's the problem. That's why you are now sitting here and asking that ridiculous question that you are asking. You are meant to serve the people. Government of the people, by the people, for the people. That's what it's saying. Your government and those of the other Yoruba government is government for the Fulanis, by the Fulanis, to serve the Fulanis. Making Yoruba slaves in our own land. That's what your government represents, Governor Akeredolu, and all the other governors. It is a shame you uttered those words. History will not remember you kindly when we get Yoruba nation.
So if you don't carry everybody along, you cannot be representing us. Right? That's where we stand. And that for us, and at least speaking for us here, we believe that nobody has ever invited us to such discussion. And if we are there,
we have been screaming this over. We've been calling you. You have not listened to us. In fact, all the governors, we've been saying you need to play your part. We've been asking you. We talked to you about putting together a plan for referendum. You all didn't listen to us. We asked you about, look, restructure this thing. You all did. And when we said enough was enough, we decided, okay, we're going for Yoruba Nation. And now you now tell us you weren't invited. That's nonsense. All over the network, all over the social media, and on ground in Nigeria, several meetings were had by several people to speak to the governors. They've been having discussions privately and openly with you, but none of you would listen. So don't come and tell us, oh, you weren't told, you weren't consulted. That's nonsense. That's nonsense. That's utter nonsense. So we reject totally your assertion that we have no basis upon which we can call for Yoruba Nation. You as a governor, you've ignored your responsibility to the people that elected you, and the people are speaking and you're not listening. And you've made it obvious tonight that you're not going to listen. You will never listen to the plans and the cries of the people when they're clamoring for Yoruba Nation. Instead of supporting them, you are castigating us. History will not remember you kindly.
We will have made the case that, look, you have to hold it gently, even if you are entitled to such.
What do you mean, even if? It is not about if. We have the right to self-determination. You know it. You know the facts of what's going on. Yoruba people are being killed by AK-7 carrying Fulani terrorists that are being given guns by the federal government of Nigeria. And they even use the military to ferry the Fulani into the towns and villages and farms of Yoruba people. And they killed us in there. That's why you created, you said you outlawed cows roaming. And we thought you were doing a good thing. Unbeknownst to us, you are busy kowtowing to the Fulani hegemony. You have disappointed yourself and your family. Your coming generation, they will be holding you to account when you are long gone, because we will not let you forget all your generations to come. We will not let you forget.
If you believe that your points are well made, for me, if we are all clamoring for restructuring,
no, we are not clamoring for restructuring. That's what we've been saying. Look at the kind of amount of stuff we do in social media behind the scenes. People are being killed. Why have you not said anything when they've killed people? Why are you not out there? Why are you not out speaking up to the and telling the government this is wrong? You cannot kill our people in our land. You have not once said that. You've only said, okay, stop roaming, stop. But you not address the killing issue. The fact that what have you said about the AK-47 Fulani terrorists that the government have funded? We have videos. You have said nothing about that. But you come here and you say we have no right. You are a governor. You're supposed to speak the mind of the people, not your mind. What you did now was to speak your mind, and you ignored the mind of the people that elected you. History will not remember you and other governors kindly. It will not.
We have not gotten in now. It's not that the next thing to do is secession. So like somebody said, it is not. If you
It is not. It wasn't the next thing to do. We've been clamoring for restructuring since 2015. With this evidence. So when you're saying this, you're talking nonsense. Since 2015, before Jonathan left, there was the confab report. They handed it to Buhari in your government. What happened to confab report? Before you start castigating Yorubas, you answer that question. What happened to the confab report? It was handed to Buhari. It was tossed to the corner. And now you have the temerity to tell us, that we should look at something first. The very thing you ignored. We talked about restructuring. We talked about the confab report. We talked about regional devolution. None of it you weren't prepared to entertain. And now that we now say we are going for Yoruba Nation, we should have. We should have what? At what point? We've done all of that. Categorically, I'm here to tell you, I've been part of the struggle and I know what I'm saying. And you cannot tell me otherwise. History will not remember you and all of the governors well. History will not, because we will get Yoruba Nation. And what you've done now is to show yourself to be a traitor to Yoruba Nation.
The treatment is not for you to cut the head off.
Really? To cut the head off? Years, 60 years is enough. We've had enough of oppression by the Fulanis in our own land. There's no more talk. Like I said, I refer you back to the confab report that Jonathan handed to the Buhari government. Where is the report? Before you start telling us anything else, go and deal with that. We talked about restructuring. Nowhere. It didn't have any traction with the government. We talked about referendum. Nowhere. So we have every right to go for self-determination. You've been hearing about the call for Yoruba Nation for years and years. It's been gathering momentum. And this is a momentum that you or anybody else cannot stop. You will not stop it. Yoruba Nation is here to stay. Biafra is here to stay. And you and others who are supposed to join us because you see the killing of your people every day, but you say nothing. It is regrettable, your actions tonight, Governor Akeredolu, and all of the others. It is a very regrettable step you've taken. But history will not remember you kindly for this singular act you've done. And that's why we're here. Posterity will not remember you well. Posterity will not remember you well. As a Yoruba man, what you have done now is little short of treason.
You have so many things you can take. Whether it's, if you believe in APC, take APC. Take Panadol. But it's not for you to cut off the head.
Listen, it is the federal government that has cut off the head. They've refused. Before you govern the people must participate in the process. The federal government of Nigeria has refused, till as we speak, till date, to allow any and they don't want any referendum. They are the ones that have cut off the head. It's time you understand and interpret things well. You're misunderstanding and misinterpreting things wrongly. When a government refuses to do the needful, to hear the voice of the people, that's the government that's saying, under no circumstances are we going to entertain that. We're cutting off the head of that, and they will do our bidding. That is the claim that we put at the door of the government, not the other way around. You need to get your understanding right. You need to get that right. I'm not a lawyer. You're a lawyer. What you're doing here is being deceitful. You're being deceitful. You are being deceitful. Right. Let's go ahead.
That is not the solution to it. So we are saying that the head state and all of us will find solution to the problems we have.
There's a comment here from Africa Force. It states here, Akeredolu has revealed his true colors. My brother, you are 100% correct. He's revealed his true colors. So all of the singing the national anthem, of putting up, making laws, pretending to make a law to push out the Fulani, is all pretense. Now we see his true color. He's prepared to sell his own people to the hands of Fulanis, who are guests in our land. Fulani are our guests. The Fulani are guests in our land. And now he's prepared to put the needs of the guests before the citizens, the indigents, the Yoruba people. That's very, very treasonous. Very, very treasonous. But you know what? We see you now. We see you, Governor, and the likes of you, Governor Dr. Abiodun, Sanwo-Olu, Seyi Makinde, Ayofayemi, all of you, you have all betrayed Yoruba people. You've not stood up for Yoruba people. You have failed collectively to stand up for Yoruba people. You have failed collectively. Whatever the Fulanis do, at the end of the day, you're a Yoruba man. You should do whatever it takes to protect Yoruba people. That land, once it goes, we could possibly be the next Palestinian if we do not take action. I am giving you clear evidence of what they have in mind. And you are still talking to us about, oh, we should go and talk. We don't cut off the head. The government had cut off the head of the people, the will of the people to question them long ago. You put that claim at the door of the federal government of Nigeria, not us. Here we go. Listen to this, Governor Akeredolu. Amongst other things, that only Muslims should be appointed to strategic posts. Non-Muslim religions should be eradicated. Nigeria should become a federal Islamic sultanate, and Western law should be replaced with Sharia. That's the people that you're supporting, Governor Dakpabi and Governor Akeredolu. That's the people. That's the Fulani that you will fight for. They are taking your land, and they are telling you that you have to become Muslim. Your right to the land as a Yoruba man becomes meaningless. It's now because if they have their way, you have to be Muslim, and if you don't, you will be banished from that land. So we are not going to entertain your discussions, Governor Akeredolu. We're just here to point out and explain to people how wrong you are in your assertions. I repeat again, 2015 confirmed report. When you say anything to us, 2015 confirmed report. There is lots of evidence. If you want me to provide it, I am happy to come and have a debate with you. I'm no lawyer, but I can debate this one with you. So bring it on. Let's do a live program. Join me on CitizenAY. If you're so sure of yourself, let's have that discussion. I don't run from this. We can set it up. Get your people to get in touch with CitizenAY. I put this claim direct to you and all of in fact, the 6 governors. You cannot sit together. And we can discuss this. There's confirmed report. So before you say to us, you don't cut off the head, you put that claim at the door of the federal government of Nigeria, who have never allowed the people to have a voice, to have a say, to decide if they wanted to be governed by that fraudulent constitution or not, via a referendum. Are we clear? Are we clear? History will not remember you well. Let's listen on.
Not for people to now sit down in their corners of their rooms and co and say they are agitating for your banishment on whose behalf. And I think that they did not speak for us.
Governor Akeredolu, I must sincerely thank you.
Listen to the last words, and I want you to make that a word for him. Listen to the last words. I want you to listen to those words. Those words, let's make sure he haunts him forever. Listen.
For me, if we are all clamoring for restructuring, the fact that we have not gotten in now is not that the next thing to do is
nonsense. Restructuring, confirmed report is what I have to say to you. The government didn't listen. They will never listen. They want Yoruba land. And I keep telling you, the Abuja Declaration, go read it up. Now, before we go.
Decision. Just like some of our colleagues have said, that if you have a dig, the treatment is not.
No. That's not the one.
They did not speak for us.
You see?
On whose behalf? I think that they did not speak for us.
Did you hear that? They did not speak for us. We are here to categorically tell us that you, Governor Akeredolu, you did not stand up or speak for Yoruba people. Because of your words here. Please, let his words, let it hang around his neck forever. Listen.
Corners of their homes and co and say they are agitating for your nation. On whose behalf? I think that they did not speak for us.
You see, they said they did not speak for us. Now, Governor Akeredolu, are you speaking for Yoruba people? Are you telling the government the concerns, the fears, the reason why Yoruba people are clamoring for Yoruba nation? Are you delivering that to the government? On the evidence of what you just said now, the answer is no. You are not speaking for Yoruba people. Who are your people? You are speaking for the Fulanis. You come and tell us to talk about restructuring. At what point did the government, have they ever put referendum on the table? Have they ever accepted and seriously put confab report as part of their plans? I'll leave that for you. I think you will find in your own heart the answer is no. Governor Akeredolu, you are a disappointment. You are a disappointment to the Yoruba race. You and the other governors, you are all a disappointment to the Yoruba race. You are all a disappointment to the Yoruba race. And I state that as a Yoruba man. You are a disappointment. You pretended all along with all of the charade. Sing the national, the Yoruba national anthem. Yes, we are Amotekun. Now we know why Amotekun will never fly. And we need to look at alternatives. Because whatever you're interested in now, your interest lies with the Fulani, not with Yoruba people. Did you hear me, Governor Akeredolu, and all of the other governors? Your interest lies in protecting your interests that you have with the Fulani, not realizing that the Fulani, once they finish using you, they will dump you. They will start killing people one by one. They will start killing all these people, all these top officials one by one. Because they want to ensure that by the time they finish, they will get their sultanate. It's not my words. Go and look at the Abuja Declaration. It's all in there. And you are refusing to address that issue. So you have disappointed yourself. Many of us here who are watching, they totally believe, oh yes, governor is doing, and suddenly what you did was a slap in the face. It was a slap in the face of many that believed, this man is speaking up for Yoruba people. But your comments did not speak for us. In actual fact, you as a governor of Ondo State are the one not speaking for Ondo people who are being killed daily. You're not speaking up. You're not protecting them. You're not demanding that the guns that the Fulani terrorists are given be withdrawn. You're not arming Yoruba people. All you are giving us is words, and all the time the people are being killed in their own farms. And you're a Yoruba man. That's real sad. That's really sad. That is a really sad state of affairs. That you are too weak-spirited to stand up for your people. Come what may. You are too weak-spirited to stand up for your people. You rather kowtow to the Fulanis, who are guests. Remember, they are guests to our shores. And now, they now want to come and bring their fellow guests to take over our land, make it a sultanate, and you are happy with that. The people will be the ones who will decide how things go in terms of that. For me, I'm not standing up for that. Oh, evening, sir. I am on a live broadcast, sir. I don't know if you wanted to join. Hello, sir.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Join me. Join me right away.
Okay, I'll put you on board, sir. I'll add you. Okay, 1 second. I'll just make the call. Somebody would like to say, Professor Samuel Abimbola would like to say a few words. Okay, go ahead, sir. Good evening. Hello. Good evening, sir. You're live now. You're live, sir.
Oh, yeah. Good evening to Eko Leo gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá àtàtà.
Ẹ ṣeun. Ẹ káàbọ̀, sir.
Mo ní kí yín ni o, ẹ kú iṣẹ́ takuntakun, ẹ kú iṣẹ́ àìdúró.
Ẹ ṣeun.
Torí pé àìdúró ni jó.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ sà.
Wọ́n ní ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ níṣẹ́ àìdúró ni jó.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ sà.
Lágbára Ọlọ́run gbogbo alamajíjọ ayọ̀ wọnú Jerusalem wa.
Àmín àṣẹ.
Nítorí pé ẹ̀yin náà mọ̀ pé Ọlọ́run wà lẹ́yìn wa.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Bọ́lọ́wọ́ bá sí lẹ́yìn wa Ọlọ́run àmà ní débi tá a dé yìí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ sà.
Ṣe rí wọ́n ní gómìnà kan sọ kinní kan wọ́n lọ́ba kan sọ kinní kan mélòó ni irú àwọn èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Mo ń sọ fún àwọn èèyàn má dà wọ́n lẹ́yìn tó bá sọ pé gómìnà kan tó bá sọ̀rọ̀ gómìnà kan ló máa sọ bí odidi orílẹ̀ ìpínlẹ̀ máa ṣe rí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni nǹkan wọn tó bẹ́ẹ̀.
Àwọn èèyàn ìpínlẹ̀ ló fi gómìnà síbẹ̀ tó bá ti lo táìmù ẹ̀fà á kúrò bẹ́ẹ̀ náà tún wá jọ ìyàwó èèyàn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. tí wọn bá tó gbà bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ló rò pé àwọn gómìnà kan náà kò sí gómìnà kan tó lágbára ju àwọn aráàlú lọ.
Kò sí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kò lè sọ́ba kan tó lágbára ju gbogbo ìlú tó wà tó dó lórí pàpà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni kò sí.
Ìlú ayé láti rí tí wọ́n ti lé ọba kó lórí ìfẹ́ tán fẹ́ẹ́ lórí èsì.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ìyẹn ni fáwọn èèyàn lágbára ju ọba pàpà lọ tó bá jẹ́ pọ́ǹtì kan àwọn èèyàn lágbára ju ọba lọ.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
So ẹ̀jẹ̀ má jẹ́ gbogbo kí yẹn distract wa.
Ẹ ṣeun.
Èyí tó ṣe pàtàkì tó lọ forward travel lọ yẹn.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ sà.
Focus wa yẹn ní ká mọ́kàn sí ká máa bá lọ.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ sà.
Olúwa jẹ́ ká ṣàṣeyọ àti ti ṣàṣeyọ.
Àmì àṣẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ sà.
A ti win. Àwa ni winners ni wa winners yẹ kó máa pè wá winners.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ sà winners ni wa bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wa àti ṣẹ́gun. Àti ṣẹ́gun bẹ́ẹ̀ sà.
Ẹ ṣe Ọlọ́run á ti fi fún yín mọ́.
Àmì àṣẹ.
Mo ní kí yín náà.
Ẹ ṣeun gan ni sir. Ẹ ṣeun sir. I saw it later. Ẹ ṣeun. Brother sir, thanks for calling sir. Bye. So that was a welcome call. I wasn't expecting that. Like I said, look. We are blocked on Facebook. I would normally have been doing this, but I felt sufficiently moved to be able to have this discussion. But like I said, we will progress nonetheless in terms of, you can see the flag behind me. You can see the flag on the cap. It's Yoruba Nation. You can see sovereignty now. Everything we're saying, we are not going to relent. Our effort is towards Yoruba Nation, and we will do everything in our power, and we will ensure that we protect Yoruba people in Yoruba land. Something that the governors, the collective governors, and the people in power in that Yoruba area have collectively failed to do. A new constitution, a new governance for Yoruba people, the government of Yoruba people for the Yoruba people by the Yoruba people is what we will constitute when we get Yoruba Nation. What is happening right now is a governance by Fulanis, oppressing, making Yoruba second-class citizens in their own land. And that is why we cannot support it. Did you hear me? The Fulanis are making Yoruba people second-class citizens in contraction Nigeria. And yet they're telling us we're one Nigeria. You must never accept a one Nigeria where you are a second-class citizen as a Yoruba man. That is what this Fulani humble slave Governor Akeredolu is all about, and all the other governors. We are going for Yoruba Nation. We mustn't stop. We must not relent. There is a lot of work for us all to do. I want to thank you all for joining me. I will share this podcast. Please share it, make it go viral. People can hear it afterwards, but please make it go viral. And what I will do now is I am actually going to do this because I didn't do it at the beginning, but I will do it at the end. Now I am actually going to sing the national anthem, the one that he's almost mocking us. I almost feel that he was mocking us when he decided to use it as a song, to sing the song. He was mocking us, but we're not going to accept that mockery. You're not going to mock a Yoruba Nation. You're not. We're not, because your actions betray. They have exposed you as a fraud that has been all pretending to us that you support Yoruba Nation. In actual fact, you don't, and we don't want any part of it. Please, ladies and gentlemen, as you're watching this, subscribe to us on YouTube. Subscribe right now. make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. It's really, really important. Make that message go viral. Tell people about it. Make them aware of this. Now, let's see what I can do here. I'm just looking for something to put up. 1 second, please. I need to do something quickly, right quick. So, but I just want to make sure I can sing the national anthem and make sure that we can wrap up with that. Yes, exactly. So we're not going to waste time on the semantics of the people that are not relevant. It's obvious to us they have their own agenda, and we are not going to be allowing that to be, our focus. We're going for what we're going for, which is Yoruba Nation, and nothing will stop us. They can try all they can, but we know that Yoruba Nation is our goal, and we will not relent. We will get there. We will achieve Yoruba Nation. Come what may, we will. So, oh, okay, I need to do something else in that case. 1 second, please. Let's go and do it. What about switch? So bear with me. I'm just trying to get the account up. At the minute, we have 812 people who have subscribed to us on YouTube. We say thank you very much. We need you guys to subscribe yet more still. The numbers, we need to get to 1,000. We need your help very much in doing this. And I know that after people are watching this broadcast, you will happily join the broadcast because the message will resonate with many. No doubt about that the message is clear. We are going for Yoruba Nation, and nothing will stop us. Let me just do something if I can. Can I do that? I think I can. Let me just get this right. Is that correct?
Ladies and gentlemen, the national...
Okay, let me just get this right. Hang on. Let me see if I can get it right. So I want you to be able to see it because this is something that we need to make sure that that message gets cut through. So we're not interested in what he has to say. Like Professor Ajibola, Samuel Ajibola said, we're not going to waste time on that. It was important that we put this up so that people understood where we're coming from. But now that we've done that, we're just going to move straight along. Sorry. This is what we're looking for. Here we go. So it should come up, and then we can begin the final to wrap this up. Now let's just make that.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So before I go ahead, can you see that? This is what I want to like to see. 1 second, please. Let's see. Is that correct? Okay. Now, 1 second, please. I want to just do this. No. Beg your pardon. So, look, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you all for joining me. It's been great. Please, I want you all to please share this broadcast. Make it go viral. There's a lot of work. Currently, I'll be back on Thursday on YouTube and on Facebook. But what we'll be doing is from now on, we'll be doing a lot of alternate broadcasts. So we'll do some broadcasts on Facebook. Some of it we'll do on YouTube. Some of it will start off on YouTube and end up on Facebook. Some of it will start on Facebook, end up on YouTube. We'll be doing simultaneous broadcasts. Right now, I can't go into to Facebook because they've obviously blocked me. But that's neither, we're not really too bothered about that. So let me just do something whilst I'm talking here. I want to make sure that information is clear so that you can listen to this song and make sure that the message cuts through even to Governor Akeredolu that we're not running anywhere. We are staying and focusing on achieving Oduduwa Nation. It is evident that the government of the day are intent on making Yoruba slaves in our own land, and we need to resist that categorically. We must resist it. It's not even a question now. It is a fact, and we are going to ensure Yoruba Nation is here and nothing will stop it. Yoruba Nation is here to stay, and we must all work towards that collectively. Thank you all for watching. You've been watching CitizenAY, the platform where we speak truth to power. As ever, please share this podcast. Right now, before we go, we will sing the Yoruba National Anthem. Before I do, let me just sing one song. Ileya, 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 oh, Ileya, Ileya, Ileya. Bí a kò bá mọ bí à ń re, ṣe ló yẹ ká padà sílé, tó ká jáwọ́ nínú àpọ̀ tí ó yọ, ká gbómi lákaná. Iléyá o, Iléyá, Iléyá, Iléyá. So, those of you who know what I mean, it is time for us to head home, get Yoruba Nation. Now, let's sing the Yoruba Nation, Yoruba anthem. It goes, this is something that we first started doing on Oduduwa TV radio. I started off CitizenAY, and I'm proud to say that many are doing that now, and it's all started off from CitizenAY and Oduduwa TV radio. I want to thank all of the presenters who've been doing that and following that every single day, and we continue even as we speak now on Oduduwa TV radio. I'm doing that perspective tonight to make sure that the message cuts through to the likes of Governor Akeredolu and others that we are not stopping. Yoruba Nation is here to stay. Join us.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of the newly formed Oduduwa Nation.
Iṣẹ́ wa fúnlẹ̀ wa, orílẹ̀-èdè wa, kàgbéga, kàgbéga, kàgbéga fáyé rí. Ìgbàgbọ́ wa ni pé bá ti bẹ̀rù làbọ̀ mọ́. Kashishe, kajola, ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira, ní ẹ jẹ́ ká máa lépa, tẹ̀síwájú fọ́pọ̀ ire àtòhun tó dára. Ọmọ Oòduà dìde, bọ́ sípò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ, ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀.
Thank you very much for joining the show. As ever,
ladies and gentlemen,
please, I would really like you to please share this broadcast. In the coming days, let's make sure we reach 1,000 subscribers on Yoruba and on CitizenAY. I would thank you for your continued support on Oduduwa TV radio, and we will be back again with more broadcasts, no doubt. And whenever we get more updates, we will do that. I'll be back on Thursday on CitizenAY, and whereby I'll be able to post on both Oduduwa TV radio and on CitizenAY on Facebook. But from here on, we are going to build both the Oduduwa TV radio and CitizenAY platforms on YouTube, so that we have alternative platform where we can broadcast uninterrupted. We remain focused on Yoruba Nation. All of us, let's not tire. This is just the beginning. The road is long, but every single step we take gets us closer to Yoruba Nation, and that we will achieve. I thank you for joining. You're watching CitizenAY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Thank you and goodbye. It might take me a little while because I've got quite a few things open and I'm working towards that. But I want to thank you so much once again for joining me, for being part of this broadcast. It's been a pleasure, and please do share. And as ever, we say to you, thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. Thank you, and thank you. Thanks for patronizing the platform. We will need your help in the coming days and months. There's a lot of more work to do. We will need support in building things. For example, the screen just broke now. We need some sort of support to build and get things working, so that we can give you more interactive platform whereby we can have discussions. We're doing a lot of things. We're grateful, but every little help that we can get as a platform, both Oduduwa TV Radio and CitizenAY, we need your help and your support, and we will call on you to please help us. So please, I thank you all so very much for joining. It's been a pleasure. You're watching CitizenAY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Thank you and goodbye.